His commander, Cadet Captain Raul Sanchez. Carrying the Texas flag is Cadet First Sergeant Gladys Flores. Flag guards are Cadet Captain Brenda Mangual and Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Antonio Luna. The junior ROTC program is under the direction of Major Raul Salinas and Master Sergeant Guadalupe Cantú. Please direct your attention to the south side of the field for the playing of our national anthem by the Weslaco East Wildcat Regiment under the direction of Mr. Ron Bissett.
Right up the middle comes the Hidalgo runner, and whoa, is he hammered. There's some vicious tackling by the Weslaco East defense. Weslaco East and Roma. I'm Terry Beitler along with Carlos Robledo and the KOS crew, and we're here for the second district game of the season, Carlos, and the first home game for Weslaco East in a couple of weeks. Should be a good ball game tonight.
Yeah, we've got about a 35-minute rain delay here. Game usually starts at 7:30 on a Friday night. It's about 8 o'clock here. Great night for football, though. It got a little cool front that seems to have blown in here, so people really excited about this football team, as well they should be. Coming up one of the biggest, or the biggest, yeah, let's say it, the biggest win in school history, upsetting Edcal Chelsea last week with a tremendous goal line stand to preserve that victory for Weslaco East. 11-8 was the final score in that game. But one thing that Coach Guerra said about that contest, that is just a big win for them, but just the first win in district. They got many more games to go. They won a district championship. They won a district championship. They want to roll into the playoffs. That's just the first win in district competition. Tonight is the second game in district competition, and that's why this game now is more important than last week's game.
Well, every game becomes the big game, but last week I think they beat a tremendous, not only a tremendous team, a tremendous program, and beating Edcal Chelsea, snapping a 39-game winning streak back in, I believe, 2002. I don't even know if Weslaco East was a school back then, but it's been a long time since Edcal Chelsea has lost a district game. But this is a great team, and I think one of the leading rushing teams in the entire Rio Grande Valley.
Well, 2002 is when Weslaco East actually became in existence. That's when they started their program. They went 0-10 that year, and 427 yards is what they're averaging on offense, Terry. That is leading the valley.
Well, I guess we don't have our monitor. I thought we were going to have our monitor and our slow-mo replay tonight. But here we go. Weslaco East kicking off down to about the 15-yard line. Dropped by the Roma running back, and down he goes. Boy, I want to tell you what, great defensive special teams coverage by the Weslaco East Wildcats.
There we see the replay now, Terry, and you can just see he just kind of muffed the ball right there. Roma Gladiators coming out, some pretty nice uniforms out there. And, yeah, remember, this is a team that has always played Weslaco East well. Last year they played over there in Roma. It was a great football game. Weslaco East won the contest, but it was close there for a while until Weslaco East won the game. Frank Ramirez has had a return in that game of over 90 yards, and he has been terrific this year as well. He's number 88. Watch him on the defensive end.
Okay, we have got, I believe, number 8, the quarterback, and he takes off running. He doesn't get much up to maybe the 19 or 20-yard line. Good tackling over there by number 10 for Weslaco East. That is Chris Belmaris. He's one of the tacklers among many.
Yeah, this is a defense, Terry, that has just been spectacular this year. So far, total offense that has been scored on Weslaco East has been 49 points. And in the first 4 games of the season, no points in the first quarter and no points in the second quarter. Any points scored against Weslaco East has come in the second half.
A lot of that time, after the game is out of hand.
Absolutely,
in most cases, yeah. Let's check out the quarterback here as we get our set adjusted. Fake the handoff. Quarterback is going to roll to his left. And once again, not much gain on the play. The quarterback starting tonight, number 14, Saul Guerrero. They've got a couple of quarterbacks. And Guerrero getting the start tonight. Faked the handoff to number 11, Nestor Garcia, and took it himself. But that's 3 plays. Big third down play here for that Weslaco East defense as they try to get their offense on the field.
They're running that spread offense once again, Terry, and just about everyone except for Ed Couch-Elsa runs a spread offense that Weslaco East has faced this year. That means the secondary is going to be tested again tonight. All
right, roll to the right, back against the grain, set up a little screen pass, and a little pressure put on the quarterback. He just overthrows it. That's going to bring 4th down and about 7 for Roma, so it's 3 and out, and Weslaco East is going to send a couple of their, is that Bobby Gonzalez, number 13?
Yep, you got it. It's Bobby Gonzalez on a lot of pressure of that play, Terry, by Frank Ramirez, number 88. You're going to see him a lot, and he is one of the leaders on this football team. He stays in here on special teams, but he put a little pressure on that quarterback right there, and that's why he wasn't able to complete the pass.
Bobby Gonzalez and Alfonso Solis. Good kick that time. And they're going to let it bounce, and it's going to be picked up by a Roma player at the 38-yard line, so good exchange there for Weslaco East. They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
We'll see how this offense does, Terry. They came out here. They had to get through the, usually have about an hour, 2 hours of pregame. You can have 2 hours of pregame where you come out here, you warm up, and you get things going, you get the blood going. But the football team, they were stuck inside the field house because we had lightning all over the place. Never got a drop of rain, but we had lightning in the area because of that hazard. They said, you know what, we're in a weather delay right now. Let's go ahead and wait. So we'll see how this offense does. They only had about 30 minutes to warm up before the game.
Well, they're going to start out with a spread formation, 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Only 1 man behind Salinas, the quarterback. Now he sets one back and now in motion. Pitch out, coming wide, got some blockers. 35, cut it at the 40. 45, and trying to break tackles. That's number 20, Addison Einhorn, up to maybe the 46 or 47-yard line. Good play that time on a sweep to the left side.
Good to see Addison Einhorn now playing a little bit. They held him out against Lopez because he tweaked his ankle. Then last week he was limited in his play against Ed Couch-Elsa. But you'll see the play right here. Great blocking by that offensive line. Also, Guzman in on that play right there to make a good little block. And that's what Weslaco East does very, very well. They block very well. They move the ball quickly. And this offensive line is just huge.
Got about 9 yards, so 2nd and short. Pitch going to the other way. That's Bobby Gonzalez. Breaks a tackle. And, boy, he's going to be close, Carlos, to a 1st down at about the 49-yard line.
Bobby Gonzalez is an animal. Once he gets his hands on the football, he can really get out there. He's you got Brian Guzman. He's more your power. You got Addison Einhorn. He's more your scat back. And then you got Bobby Gonzalez, who's a little bit of both. Sometimes he'll break tackles. Sometimes he'll run away from you.
They got this is a very, very good team. Ranked, I believe, 6th in the Valley overall in the latest poll. He didn't quite make it. He's going to be 3rd down and very short yardage here. Quarterback sneak. Salinas is over the midfield, and he's going to get it. And how many times have we seen that quarterback sneak by Weslaco East? A lot.
Well, when you got big guys up front like Cat Salazar, Abram Trejo, Joseph Garcia, also Eric Valdez and Brian Maldonado, that's your offensive line right there. They're going to make some big holes for you. So the quarterback, Salinas, goes up there in a quick snap count, finds his hole, gets behind the big boys, and picks up the 1st down.
All right, they're just barely into Roma territory at about the 49-yard line. Kind of I don't know, an off-eye formation. I don't know what you call this, but Salinas at quarterback. Straight backdrop. He's gonna throw. Man down the field. Oh, just overthrows the receiver at the 34-yard line. And that was intended for Brian Guzman. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that time Salinas rolling out of his pocket there, had a little bit of pressure on him, trying to get it to Brian Guzman, but nothing doing. A little bit of pressure. Throwing on the run can be difficult sometimes when you get out there. Just plant your feet, take your time, and get the ball. But when you got that pressure, you got to get rid of it quickly.
Alonzo Salinas getting his calls from, he's kind of the unsung or the forgotten hero on this team. He just, all he does is leads them to win. I mean, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes out there. Hand off, second man through, got a ball. Still at the 40, still coming inside, still going 20, trying to break tackles all the way down to about the 10-yard line. A penalty at the end of the play, might have been a face mask. Just wait and see. Great run right up the middle.
That's the quickness that you got in this football team when you give the ball to Addison Einhorn quickly down the field, got some big holes and then a little stiff arm there towards the end, and he was able to pick up extra yards. He's hard to bring down.
20,
Watch the replay right here. You'll see Kat Salazar still blocking down the field, and then also the other lineman getting in the way of the defenders. And Addison Einhorn, you'll see a horse collar, I think it's going to be, because they pulled him down from behind, and you see the flag coming in towards the end of the play.
Yeah, I was looking for a face mask, didn't see it. But which way are they moving with the penalties here? I think Weslaco East has moved back a little bit. Yeah, this one's going against the Wildcats, but I think they're going to have let's see how far back they take it.
Hey, guys.
Go ahead, Joey.
It's a block in the back.
Okay. How's things down on the field, Joey?
Actually pretty good. It actually was a face mask. So the the Wildcats look to match up very well against this defense. Defense is not one of the biggest defenses in 4A, so they expect to do more passing yards. So I'm surprised to see them run as much as they do right now. They look to pass tonight.
All right, 1st and 10. He just still get the first down at the 29-yard line. Salinas, the quarterback, with a man sort of in motion. Inside handoff. Whoa, what a big hole that was. Down inside to about the 11-yard line. Carlos, that offensive line just blew a big hole there.
Yeah, Bobby Gonzalez, once he gets his hands on the ball, and you got that big offensive line led by Kat Salazar, he goes out there and he makes some blocks. We'll check the replay right here. And yeah, on that right-hand side, that's Kat Salazar territory. So when he goes out there and you got Gonzalez, you know, look at these guys. Carlos Cuet, also number 77. You get a surge from that big offensive line wearing the black jerseys, pushing the white jerseys back. I mean, those are the type of holes you're looking for. That's why this offensive team, and that's why the Wildcats are undefeated this year.
1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line. Handoff again into the middle. Looked like Gonzalez again got inside the 10-yard line to about the 9 or 8.
Once again, you know, Joey talked a little bit about passing the football, but this is an offensive line, and this is an offensive team that likes to run the ball, and you know, they're going to run the ball. You should run the ball. That's your bread and butter here, and that's what they've been doing here. But I'm sure, Joey, we've seen them pass. They've passed. You know, they've had many games where they passed for over 150 yards, but I think they're going to try to set up the passing with that running attack. We'll see what happens.
They're averaging about 100 yards a game.
All right, the ball just inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down and some yardage to go here. Pitch out coming wide, trying to get to the corner. 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Einhorn. I believe that's Einhorn. Addison Einhorn running to the left side. He cut up inside that block, and man, he was scooting in there.
And there you see the quickness of Addison Einhorn because he had some white jerseys in the backfield. Yeah, the blocking was there. You had Guzman and others making the blocks, but you'll check out, not everyone was blocked, but Einhorn just able to go around a couple of guys, just enough of a seam, and then there, the power at the end to get into the end zone. That's what you get from Addison Einhorn, a little bit of power and the speed.
I tell you, we see that again. The extra point, I believe, was good.
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion. And what did we missed it. We were watching the replay at the time. But, Carlos, if they show that replay of the touchdown again, watch the block by Guzman. Down number 22. You're going to see him seal his guy and push him outside, and Einhorn cuts inside right there. Nice block by Brian Guzman.
Guys, Aaron Munguia with the 2-point conversion.
All right, we got 8-0, 7:28 to go in the first quarter. And the Wildcats, first time they touched the ball, they moved it down the field against this Roma defense.
Hi, I'm Sean Johnson of the 2008 U.S. Gymnastics team. I'm here with our friends from Veggie Tales to say, be a player, get up and play an hour a day.
Now that's something to flip for.
Well done. For fun ways to get healthy, visit www.smallstep.gov.
Garcia. And a big hit delivered by number 2, Luis Valdez. And number 33, Art Medrano.
Pass situation here. Roma's only passed once. It was an incomplete pass. Now they're looking to the left-hander out here to about the 40-yard line, and good coverage, but a catch at the 44-yard line by number 1, Oscar Pompa. And Joey, a little battle going on between him and the defender.
Alfonso Salinas is going to be matched up with him all night long. Alfonso was telling me earlier today that Pompa is the number 1 receiver for the Roma Gladiators, and he is ready for the challenge. He knows that guy's going to be jumping up in the air, but Alfonso Salinas is one of the big hitters for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and you can see why. You see Pompa going up there, a tall, lanky guy. He can get out there and jump the ball. Salinas, one of the quicker guys on this football team. He'll make those plays. That one, he was just outmatched because of Pompa's size.
That was a 26-yard gain up to the 46. Fake the handoff, quarterback on the keeper, and he's not going to get much. You're not going to run much, I don't believe, on Weslaco East. They play the run extremely well.
They've done a good job with those big with the linebackers. These are some linebackers, not a lot of size as far as, a bulk and heaviness, but there are guys that are quick. They'll go up there and they'll put a hit on you most quickly, and they'll get out there in a hurry. So that's what this defense does. You got Frank Ramirez out there, number 88. We talked about him, but this is a team that has a lot of speed out there, especially in the secondary and the linebackers.
All right, Roma breaks out of the huddle, about 1 yard gain. Number 8 now is the quarterback.
Number 6.
Number 6, okay. Handoff, back against the grain, got some yardage, and boy, up to the 50, and he was met by a host of Weslaco East tacklers on that play, including number 50, I believe, for Weslaco East, and that would be Gabriel Martinez.
Yeah, Gabriel Martinez is there. Also, Rolly Alanis. He's one of your defensive backs, and you'll see Alanis come in here and clean up on the play. But this is what you like to see if you're a coach, just a swarming type of defense. And Rolly Alanis, not one of the bigger guys on this football team, but you see with his speed, and because he has good technique, he goes on there, makes the hit, and drives the runner back.
The ball in Wildcat territory at the 49-yard line, 3rd down and about 3 or 4 to go. They're looking to pass out here to Pompa, wide open at the 40-yard line, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Now they're going to swarm him at about the 37, but once again, they go to Pompa and they move the chains.
Yeah, because that Salinas was hurt a little bit deep earlier, he's got to be careful not to give up that big play once again. So Pompa comes up here, runs a 5, and then stops right there like he's going to go deep, and they get it to him. Because he's a big guy, kind of hard to bring down. Salinas needs a little bit of help with making that tackle.
Well, he was sure showing respect there, Carlos, because he played off of him about 5 or 6 yards.
Hey, you got to show Pompa respect. 200-something yards last week in that loss against Mission.
All right, 1st and 10 at about the 37. Handoff this time. Big tackle out there on number 11, the runner, Nestor Garcia. But the tackle by number 40, Freddie Garcia, all over the ball carrier.
Yeah, watch Freddie Garcia on this play right here. He plays your middle linebacker, and he also calls the plays out there. He was instrumental in that game last week against Ed Chelsea, and here he goes again, making the big plays, stopping for just a short gain. That's what you want to see if you're a defensive coach. 2nd
down and about 8 yards to go from the 35-yard line. Roma actually moving the ball a little bit against this Weslaco East defense. I believe they're 3-1 coming into tonight, so they've had a good season so far. Pitch out, and waiting for him on a great solo tackle at about the 35-yard line.
Rolly Alanis once again.
Rolly Alanis, yes.
Rolly Alanis once again playing. He's an outside linebacker for Weslaco East. He'll go out there and makes a nice tackle, and he'll bring up a 3rd and long. So good job by this Weslaco East defense. And that's what we saw a lot of early in the season with Weslaco East. They were a bend but don't break type of defense where they gave up a lot of points in between the 30s and, in between the 25-yard lines. But this is where they really settle in well.
Notice, Carlos, they don't run a whole lot toward Frank Ramirez, do they? Kind of run away from him a little bit.
Yep. He's been scouted.
Yep. 3rd down at about 6. They're going to throw the ball. Big rush put on, though. Can he get the ball? He's going to backtrack, and they're going to get him at the 45-yard line. Big tackle out there by number 50, Gabriel Martinez, and friends.
Yeah, Frank Ramirez also was in on that play. Gabriel Martinez never gave up on the play because the quarterback was looking to go once again to Popa, but that time he was double covered because not only do you have Salinas out there, but you had Estevanes also out there on the play, so he was double covered. You couldn't get to him, and because of that, you got this great defense that's out there. Frank Ramirez has the speed, then cleaned up right there by Gabriel Martinez. You make the stop right there, but give a lot of credit to the secondary because, no one was open out there. They couldn't throw it to him.
All right, there's going to be a penalty because here's what I saw. I saw them coming out of the huddle, and then one of the players went to the sideline, and I don't know if that's a delay of game or what the call on that is.
Well, it's an illegal substitution.
Okay. Well, that's going to cost them, and that's not going to hurt them 5 because that's just going to give their punter a little bit more room to kind of really boom it out there. The ball is at the line of scrimmage is at the 49-yard line, and the Weslaco East defense, like Carlos said, they bent a little on the way down, but they didn't break, and Roma all of a sudden now has to punt the football away. A couple of Wildcats back at the 15. Boy, there's a high kick, not much distance. Now it takes a backward bounce, and the ball is picked up at the 33-yard line. So that is a 32. That's a 17-yard kick from the line of scrimmage. That gives Weslaco some decent field position.
No return as it was down by number 55, Frank Mireles. It'll be first and 10 for the Wildcats.
3:01 to go here in the first quarter. Weslaco East leading 8-0 in this 32-4A district game. Some people call it the toughest district in the valley. A lot of quality teams in this district.
Yeah, any of these teams can win district this year. That's why Coach Boyd was saying, hey, it's not over. This is just the beginning because, it's going to be tough to get into the playoffs this year. A lot of good teams. Edcal Chelsea, yeah, they got one district loss very good.
32-yard line, trying to get wide as the ball carrier. That is Einhorn, and there's a flag in the middle of the field. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line, but there's a penalty marker back around the line of scrimmage, Carlos. This may be coming back.
Number 20, Edison Einhorn on the carry.
That at all. I thought that was just good blocking all the way, and I think we're going to have the camera angle on this, but it was just good blocking. Einhorn able to get around, but watch the blocking over here, and we'll see if we can pick this up. They're going to call holding, but look, number 79. That's just a good block. That's a good pancake block right there, but they call the holding. I believe that's where they were calling, but that'll be coming back 10 yards. It looked good to me, though.
Well, I saw, after we saw 79, I saw a block where the guy started to get away from him. He grabbed him real quick.
So
and that might have been the call there. Back to the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up first and 20. And so far, Salinas has only attempted one pass, and that was incomplete, trying to hit Brian Guzman, who hasn't been into the action too much so far. Nope, they're going to get a run by Einhorn. He gets it up to maybe the 27, a good 5-yard gain. That'll bring up second down and about 15.
Yeah, well, this is the football team where they think they can break it open on any place, anywhere on the field. So I'm not surprised, it's second down and 20 yards to go that they go ahead and run the football because they've shown before that they can break the big one from anywhere on the field.
Second down at about 15, line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. We're down to about 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Weslaco East leading 8-0. And I formation with a couple of receivers to the near side. Salinas under center. Going to pitch it out, going behind the blockers. Trying to get wide. I believe that's Gonzalez, 35, still on his feet up to about the 38-yard line. Nice little run by Bobby Gonzalez, who kind of ran like a pinball machine there for a while.
Well, I didn't even think he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but because he has the balance and he used his arm there, he picks up a good, 7 or 8 yards, and now it's a respectable third down play because if he goes down where he was hit, it's going to be 3rd and 10, but he keeps his balance. Good job by him to pick up a few more extra yards before he finally goes down.
Guzman I don't think he's carried the ball, but yet, he is the leading scorer in the Valley. He's got 62 points, 10 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion so far, and he leads everybody in the Rio Grande Valley in scoring, and that's only after 4 games. And he goes into motion to the far side of the field. Third down and a big play here. Fake the handoff, and Salinas is going to throw over the middle. He's got a receiver at the 40, maybe to the 45-yard line. And that is Einhorn, and that's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once again, Einhorn and Salinas had a couple of receivers out there. He had a couple of guys. He had Guzman. You're talking about him a little bit, but he gets it to Einhorn, makes the nice catch, and a nice safe play for him. Just rolling out there, gets it right in the middle of the numbers, makes the catch. Got to do that first, then run with the football. That's what Einhorn does, and gets the first down.
A lot easier if you're a right-handed quarterback to roll to your right and throw that way. and that makes it a little easier. I see Frank Ramirez is going to come into the offense right now. I believe he plays a little tight end, gives him an extra blocker.
Yeah, they'll do that. We'll have 2 tight ends sometimes.
Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. 1:01 to go. Wildcats leading 8-0.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of dreams,
the Career and Technical Education programs
has a class for you. Sign up for CATE classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
Coach Mondo Cuellar calling timeout. Carlos, I look at the flag down at the south end of the field. That thing isn't moving at all. No wind here tonight.
Yeah, but not too humid.
No, it's nice.
The little cold front came in, not really blowing hard, but at least the humidity went down.
It's October, believe it or not.
Yeah.
First weekend in October. The harvest moon out there a little in front of us. Fake the handoff. It's going to be Salinas to throw again. Got a receiver. That's Big Frank at the 50-yard line, 48-yard line. So Ramirez comes into the ball game, the defensive lineman, and makes the play. I believe that's him.
Yep, you're exactly right. That is him. They also get it to Albert Arevalo every once in a while as he'll go out there and make a couple of catches on the defensive side, or not the defensive, but on the offensive side of the ball. So they run that play. They like that play. You got to respect the run. So whenever they go up the middle, when you got a team like the Weslaco East Wildcats who run the ball very well, the linebackers got to respect that. It freezes them, and it opens up stuff on the side over there like it did on that play there for Frank Ramirez.
Second down and a long 4 just inside Roma territory, just inside the 50-yard line. Salinas again, the quarterback. Hand off to the second man through. Gonzalez trying to pick his way at the 45 and maybe to the 44. He's going to be real close to a Wildcat first down. I think he's got it.
What you like about this football team, Terry, is you just don't know who's going to get the football. They got 3 great backs over there. You know, whether it's Guzman, Addison Einhorn, and Bobby Gonzalez, number 13. And then there's a couple of other guys, you know, and Munguia, who would also get the football. So this is a football team that if you got that big offensive line, you can give that ball to those talented linemen or those talented running backs. They get out there and they pick up the first down.
Well, not only that, as they end the first quarter, Carlos, they can run between the tackles and they can run outside the tackles. Very diversified.
South Texas College. It's about getting a life.
Get a student life.
A student life. STC is ranked as one of the top colleges in the nation.
But it's not all about work.
STC is a great place to meet new friends.
Lots of career choices, lots of degree choices, lots of paid choices.
Lots of ways to have fun.
And STC is an affordable choice.
So get a life. South Texas College.
It's about you.
As we come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. Weslaco East on the move. Guzman in motion. Pitch that way, blocking to the right side. 50, 45, that's Einhorn. You can just tell his style as he brings it to the 39-yard line. Addison Einhorn.
Yeah, Addison Einhorn, speed and power. And it's good to see that he's running well now. The last couple of games, like I said, he's tweaked his ankle, but right now he's able to get outside and able to get to the corner and goes out there quickly. And that's what he does for you, because sometimes you get out there, you think you have him one-on-one, and then he just runs over you, so that's where he shows his power.
You know, the beauty of Einhorn, Gonzalez, and Guzman, they're all coming back next year. That's going to be pretty awesome. All right, here we go. They send a receiver to the far side of the field. Second down and about 4. I formation, second man through. 35, 30, still going inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. Bobby Gonzalez just some straight ahead, power running, and enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, power running most definitely, and also great blocking. I want to say Munguia, number 23, was going out there, just made a good block for Weslaco East, and just the lane. You know, there was a shot right there. We can go to the outside or go to the inside, but because Munguia was able to move the defender, the defensive end, just enough to the outside, he stays inside, gets that nice little running lane, and was able to pick up the first down.
Ball on the 27-yard line in Roma territory. The Wildcats already leading 8-0, trying to tack on some points here if they can. Salinas hands off again. I believe that's Einhorn. No, that's Gonzalez down to about the 21 or 20-yard line. So Bobby Gonzalez still moving the football.
Yeah, and now this offensive line, you're starting to see, Terry, where they're really taking control of the line of scrimmage. Just no penetration at all. Those red jerseys and white jerseys just going back all the way, and now you see Bobby Gonzalez just picking his holes. He's got several holes out there, and yeah, he took a licking right there, but still picks up a few yards, picked up a nice little run right there. What was it, 7 yards on that first down?
Okay, about six or seven. We'll call you somewhere in between there. The second down and short, I formation again. Salinas, first man through this time, got a hold at the 15, the 10, down to about the 5-yard line. Boy, in a hurry.
Well, that's Brian Guzman, Terry, and you wonder why he has so many touchdowns, and that's why, because once he gets inside the 20, they like giving the ball to him because he's a powerful running back. He's more like a fullback. Yeah, he looks like he's tall and lanky out there, but he'll put a hit on you. You'll watch him towards the end of the play, securing the football, goes out there, holds on to the ball. He's kind of your closer. During the long drive, you give it to him, he's going to get the ball in there.
Yeah, he's got it again. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Guzman. And the Wildcats had 6 more. Brian Guzman with his 11th touchdown of the season. And you're right. That's a skill, being able to close, because some guys just can't do it. This guy obviously can.
Well, when you give Brian Guzman the ball, he's going to go. He's a straight-on runner. Just runs the ball straight up and down, and that's why they like him. He's a powerful runner. He's got that power, and that's all power football right there. Inside the 5-7-yard line, just give the ball to him, give him a running lane, let him hold on to the ball tight, and he'll power his way in for the score.
The conventional point after touchdown, low snap, but Torres gets it up, and it is good. So with 10:30 to go in the second quarter, the Wildcats open it up. They lead 14-0.
We believe that every deserving Hispanic student in the Rio Grande Valley should have an opportunity to pursue a college education. Vamos, the Valley Alliance of Mentors for Opportunities and Scholarships. If you're ready to share your knowledge and experience, become a Vamos mentor or sponsor. If you have proven yourself academically and need financial assistance for college, contact Vamos. Vamos, building your dreams.
My bad. We got a nice crowd. When you think about it, we've got 10 more rows of seats here, and the home side is pretty well packed tonight on what could be a questionable weather night.
Well, what's good to see is all the kids out there. That's where there's a lot of pride with Weslaco East now, with the success that they've had with their athletic programs, and that whole section out there right by the band is just filled with all the students, and that's what you like to see is the pride in the black and purple out there at Weslaco East, and they're all standing on their feet, and they're going to do that for the entire game.
Oh, we forgot to mention, this is homecoming. Yeah. This is homecoming 2009. All right, here we go to kick off. I'm not sure if that's Torres kicking off. Good kick down to about the, picked up in the end zone, and then it goes out of the end zone, so Roma will take over the ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Torres was the hero of last week's game.
He was the difference.
Yeah, he was the difference, and he's been doing a good job all season long with his kickoffs, doing a really good job, and his extra points and field goals.
All right, Roma's going to try again at the 20-yard line. Nothing off the clock at 10:30. Homecoming 2009. And Roma will come to the line. Their quarterback, I believe, is number 6. And that is Ezequiel Gonzalez. We'll wait and see. They changed quarterbacks. Handoff. Nope. The quarterback's going to, and he goes down at the 21-yard line. Boy, he just crumbled on that particular play.
Well, it looked like he was trying to just, run the fake right there. It looked like he had some room, but it just goes down. I don't know if that was a shoe-steam tackle. Kind of hard from our angle to see how he got down.
Well, they're saying the quarterback was, Joy, who is the quarterback out there, 14 or 6?
Number 14, he's the running quarterback, so watch him to run and maybe not even pass the ball. He's one of the second leading rushers on this team.
Well, he started the game, and then I thought the other guy, Gonzalez, came in for the second time, and now they're back to number 14, Guerrero.
Two-headed quarterback of Roma.
Okay. He's going to roll. He's a lefty, I believe. Nope, a little shovel pass. Can they get him? Not before they almost get a first down. He dragged a defender down to about the 29-yard line. In on the stop was number 40, Freddie Garcia. I believe number 77 Was that Carlos Cuellar? Does he play
72?
72.
Well,
okay.
I saw Edward Gill on the play, and that's a scary pass. I don't know how you do that, but good job by Edward Gill, number 72, to bring down the runner right there because, he had to get him from behind. And nowadays, those jerseys are so tight. It's hard to make that tackle, to grab that jersey, but Gill able to do that and bring down his man.
Well, their ball is at the 29-yard line. They have to touch the 30. And they're going to get the guy in the backfield. Let's see if they can stop him. I don't know. I think he might be a little bit short. The quarterback broke a couple of tackles, Guerrero, but it looked like the Wildcats might have got him in the backfield. They have to touch the 30-yard line because, remember, they took over exactly on the 20.
That's one of those plays, Terry, where it's all going to depend on the spot. Now, is it where his knee went down or where the ball went down? And you'll see nice little run by Guerrero as he goes out there, and he had Frank Ramirez makes a shifty little move right there. If he goes down in that one spot, but he was able to break that tackle and maybe gets the first, it's going to be really close.
They're going to measure for this. It is just touching.
Well, if it's just touching, it's probably a first, because remember, it started exactly at the 20 after the touchback. So all they have to do is just see if it touches the 30. I don't even see why they measure. It either does or doesn't. I think he's got it. If it touches the 30, he's got it.
Nope, it's going to be short.
You think so?
Well, man.
No, he's got it. Yeah,
by the nose.
Yeah, that's the easiest first down in football, really, is that the ball starts at the 20. But most of the football is sitting inside of the 30. But I'll tell you, that was hard-earned. Now, is Guerrero still out there? Number 14 is the quarterback, I believe. As you mentioned, the two-headed monster.
Yeah, Guerrero gets the quarter. What the Roma does, they send the quarterback to the sideline to get the play and then send him in. So you don't know who's in the huddle until they actually get there.
All right, the ball exactly on the 30-yard line. And as they break the huddle, they've got a spread offense, but they don't throw a lot of passes. They're not that many. And then if they do, they only really going after one receiver. Oh, they fumble the ball and they drop on it. A problem with the exchange between Guerrero and his running back, and they lost about 3 yards.
And I've been seeing this all game long, Terry, where Guerrero will get the ball and pick it up in the air like he's trying to fake a pass, and then he brings it down. It's a pattern there that could lead to some type of disaster, like it did right there, because he picked it up, then he brought it down, and his running back was already there. They bumped into each other, and that's why he lost the ball.
The main running back on this team is number 11, Nestor Garcia. Second down and about 13 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. Trip receivers to the far side. Now they send a man in motion to the near side. Fake the handoff. They're going to throw this way. Down the field. Oh, I don't know if that ball was catchable because running inside of the play for Weslaco East on the defensive coverage, number 3, Alex Solis.
Yeah, and he had plenty of time also to get that pass and complete it. Not a lot of pressure, just overthrown, way overthrown. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, and that time they weren't throwing to Pompa. Pompa might be picking up double coverage out there. You said Salinas was on him once, but he might be taking a couple of guys with him when he goes. Third down and 13 to go. 7:54 to halftime. Weslaco East leading 15-0 over the Gladiators from Roma out there in Starr County. Looking to roll. Here comes a rush. They set up a screen pass and then almost deflected and finally dropped. And fourth down and long for the Gladiators.
And that's the play to run against Weslaco East away from Frank Ramirez. But that time Ramirez was putting a little bit too much pressure on the quarterback. So had to get rid of it quickly once again. Actually, it wasn't a bad pass at all. Yeah. Isaac Ramirez just dropped it. The sophomore on this football team cannot feel good about that play right there. That one in his hands. If he picks up that one, I don't think he picks up the first down, but he picks up maybe about 6 yards.
Well, Bobby Gonzalez and Alfonso Salinas are back deep for the Wildcats at about the 35-yard line. Good snap. This time a little better kick, but the kicks have been fairly short. Now it gets a bounce, and now inside right at the 40-yard line. And so far, Carlos, the Wildcats have been doing pretty good with field position.
Yeah, once again, thanks to this defense. And so far, they got this streak of not allowing any points in the first quarter. And now here we go in the second quarter at 7:45. No points allowed once again. So Weslaco East defense vastly improved over the past few years and showing why they are one of the better defenses in the Rio Grande Valley. A shutout through a quarter and a half here, almost a quarter and a half.
All right, as we come out of the huddle from the sideline, the ball on the 40-yard line. Salinas again, the quarterback. Guzman looking to go in motion. Oh, they fake. They're going to throw down the field. They got a wide open receiver at the 35-yard line. 30, 20, 15, down to about the 12-yard line. And a great reception by number 81, Joey Garcia.
Yeah, Joey Garcia with a nice little play. You got to respect the run. They fake the run. Play action pass. Joey Garcia streaks down the middle. He's pretty wide open. Yeah, he had a safety on him right there, but he makes the catch, and that's where they hurt you. Respect the run first. We'll watch the replay right here. Salinas coming in, play action pass. Yeah, you got to respect that first. And then another fake right there on the reverse to Guzman. You got to be wide open. Salinas with a perfect pass into the lights, and Garcia does the rest.
Yeah, he caught Garcia in stride, didn't he? And Joey down the field. The ball inside the 15-yard line, about the 13. First and 10 to go. Hand off to the first man, that's Guzman, trying to go around his tackles, down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Brian Guzman, and this is Mr. Touchdown inside that 20.
Yeah, he goes up the middle, nothing doing there, bounces to the outside, and because, once again, talk about his power and his strength, able to get out there, pick up a couple of yards.
I'll tell you what, Gibson, we don't talk a lot about Alonzo Salinas, but man, what a nice pass, and he just does a great job of running this team.
It's totally talented all around. They got the athletes out here at Weslaco East who can do the job. It's a running back position, that big offensive line, and the quarterback. Yeah, what can you say more about him?
Well, Mondo Cuellar calls another timeout, his second of the first half, with the score 15-0 here in the second quarter. Well, as we go back to action, Joey, down on the field, it looks like that offensive line is just controlling the tempo of the game.
The reason that last pass worked, guys, is the safeties are cheating up for Roma, and they saw that, the coaches saw that clearly and said, you know what, we need to go and go deep, and the safeties were totally out of position for Roma. That's why that worked.
All right, thanks a lot. 6:48 to go. The ball now on the 7-yard line. Second down and about 4 to go here. Weslaco East can still get a first down before going into the end zone. High formation, Guzman the up back. They're going to give it to Einhorn. 10-5, touchdown Addison Einhorn into the end zone. Weslaco East on the board again. That's his second touchdown of the night.
What total domination by this offensive line in years past, and I know, Joel, you'll probably talk about this later on the game, about how Roma has always given Weslaco East a good game. You know, there's been plenty of overtime games that have taken place. Last week, I think the final score was 14-6 in the game. This time, total domination. What more do you expect?
Brian Guzman tried. I don't think he made it on the 2-point conversion. So the little trick play that time doesn't work. And so with 6:42 to go in the ball game, the Wildcats leading 21-0.
And I always bring this up, Terry. The very first, last week's game was the greatest win in school history. Well, another great game in school history was that very first victory where they beat Roma in a driving rainstorm, and they won that contest 6-0. That was the first win ever at Weslaco East. And if you ever go to Weslaco East and you look in the trophy case, there's a football right there with the first win in school history, and it says 6-0 East.
Now, I don't know if this is a trivia fact or not, Carlos, but I'm pretty sure you worked that game. Were you alone that night too?
Actually, we were not at that game. K-West I was at that game. I went to go watch the game because my brother was on the staff.
Okay.
But we did not shoot that game. It's probably a good thing that we did, because it was raining so hard. I don't think we would have gotten a shot off anyway, because it was just a driving rainstorm for 3 hours. It never stopped raining. It was pretty bad.
That's very typical of the Wildcats' homecomings. It seems like every single time the Wildcats have had homecoming, it's rained during that time, except for 1 year. Every year after that, or every year before that, it's rained.
I can't top what you guys did, but the only game I covered over at Roma was 5 overtimes.
Yeah, that was you and I, and then Joey also did an overtime game.
5 overtimes. We were there forever. I think we were going to get a room and stay, weren't we? We were there that late. It was something else. 6:42 to go, and of course, let's not forget about at halftime. We got that Wildcat Regiment that's going to put on a show for us, and Roma's got a good team, Carlos, but they haven't played Weslaco East. This is a whole different league for Weslaco East. They're just in a different atmosphere now. Torres is going to kick off, and he's had 2 good ones here. This one down inside the 5, about at the 5, picked up there. Here comes that special teams, and down he goes at about the 15-yard line. He didn't have much. Carrying the ball, Randy Luera, and once again the special teams is doing an outstanding job here tonight. The Wildcats up 21-0, and like I said, and we haven't even mentioned this. It's probably we've mentioned it two times this year, but without a doubt, I've got to say Weslaco East is the strongest team on the field.
Yeah,
with all that powerlifting.
Yeah, it's strong. They're always going to be known as the strongest team, not only in the Valley but in the state of Texas.
Yep.
Back-to-back state championships in powerlifting we're talking about.
All right, the ball on about the 15 or 16-yard line there. Out of the shotgun again. They're going to throw the lefty in the lineup there down the field, and almost looked like that pass was out of bounds, but I believe that was intended for Pompa over there on the far side.
Yeah, that's Pompa once again, and he actually got his hands on the football, and Salinas doing a good job of going out there and breaking that pass up, because Pompa, and we'll check out the replay once again, it looks like Pompa actually had a chance to make this catch. He just lobs it up there because he's so big. He's got to be about, what, 6'2", 6'3". He actually had a chance to catch this ball, but good, look at that. Salinas just at the last second just tipped that one away. Awesome job by Salinas. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller than Pompa, but did a good job of timing that one perfectly.
Ezekiel Gonzalez is the quarterback, and he takes off kind of a busted play. They're going to get him at the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez is the left-handed thrower. Guerrero is the right-handed thrower. So number 6 is in they're alternating every possession so far.
Number 35.
But, you know, Terry, Guerrero will more likely run the ball or hand the ball off. He will very rarely throw the ball.
Well, he pumped that last pass up, but it was just a little bit high.
Manrique, Terry, on that last play made the tackle, and he was blocked, and he was actually down to the ground, popped right back up to get up and make the tackle. Good job by him.
All right, actually, Guerrero is number 14. 6 is Gonzalez. He's the quarterback right now. They're going to be sacking him back at the 5-yard line. I thought that's the other quarterback. That's the right-handed quarterback.
Well, that's a defensive end. 2 defensive ends. Once again, Manrique doing a good job getting out there. Eugene Manrique gets back there. He puts a little bit of pressure. Watch the lineman. He's going to have a lineman all over. He just pushes him back, You talk about power. Look at that power right there. He gets in on the quarterback, and then Franklin Ramirez comes from the other side, a sandwich, and bring him down right there. That's just power right there by Manrique, taking care of that offensive line, pushing him into the backfield, and then making the tackle.
Did you see how much he was outsized by that big guy? He pushed him around like nothing. I'm not sure if Manrique is one of the power lifters on that team, but man, he took that big offensive tackle and he just pushed him like he was nothing.
Well, you know, he might not. I don't know if he's on the powerlifting team or not, but everyone on this football team, they all hit the weights.
Yeah.
They hit the weights not only in the off season but also during the year as well. So they get stronger as the season continues. So whether he's on the powerlifting team, the track team, or whatever, he hits the weights.
Well, the powerlifting coach is also one of the assistant Burkett, I believe. And
yeah, he's
whether they're doing any of that during the football season, it just shows you the mentality, strength, and that makes a big difference. 21-0, the Wildcats over Roma. This first October night, or first Friday in October, and really October is kind of the heart and soul of the football season. And
October, baby.
Yep.
That's when the weather starts getting a little cooler.
Yep.
The time changes.
Yeah.
Still, we're in the valley, you know.
But
give us late October, and it'll get a little cooler. But playoff time.
It's a chilly 95.
Yeah. But if you play good in October, you get to play in November.
That's right.
That's pretty much how it works here. All right, the punter is about 6 or 7 yards deep into the end zone here on 4th down and long.
Looks like they're going after this one, Terry.
Yep. Good snap. And he gets the kickoff, but the ball carrier is going to pick it up at the 37-yard line.
Salinas.
30, 25, and near the 20. That is El. There's 2 flags on the play on the middle of the field, but Salinas with a good return that time.
On the return, number 15.
This is going to be great field position, even if it is against East. And this is set up by that defense, and a nice return by Salinas. Let's see what happens, but they're going to get the ball in great field position. They're going to get the ball in Roma territory.
Well, Roma was so worried about getting that kickoff, Carlos, there was nobody back to cover the kicker or the receiver.
Black in the back on the receiving team.
But that's still going to, you're right, they're still going to get the ball inside the 35-yard line. And with the way this offense is going, I don't think we've punted yet, have we? I don't think we have.
Nope, not at all.
We've had it 3 times.
There was a lot of punting last week.
Okay.
And Kat Salazar is a punter on this football team, and former all-district punter from the sophomore year. He's a junior now. Or I'm sorry, he's a senior now. But, yeah, not a lot of punting. Not tonight. A lot of points on the board.
Number 25, Delgado, is the deep man in the I formation.
Fast runner, guys.
Oh, is he? Yeah, he's behind He's the back man. He's going to get the flip. And Salinas, the quarterback, leading the blocking. Ball inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So Delgado, number 25, another runner out there.
Yeah, Martin Delgado, he'll go out there and he'll run the ball every once in a while, and just to give the other guys a little bit of a break, but it just shows you the depth of this football team once again. The speed of number 25 to get out there and the shiftiness. Look at that. He just faked number 12 out of his shoes to pick up a few extra yards. That's why he's all fired up. He's a senior on this football team at 5'9", 155 pounds.
Yeah, he got his name on the big board that time. Also in there, number 23, and that is Mangua. And, oh, the ball is on the field. The Wildcats are going to lose it on the fumble, unless he was already down. And Roma has recovered. What a tough break that was.
Yeah, and
24.
That's one of the things that the coaches don't like to see. You know, you're up 21-0. Why give the other team a little bit of a break? And it looks like he was down. It's kind of hard to tell. The ball squirts loose there towards the very end of the play, fighting for those extra yards. That's when you need to squeeze the football, because when you're being held up, they're going to come after you and try to strip it away.
Well, Roma has the ball at the 15-yard line, down 21-0. I'm surprised, though, they haven't tried to throw more than they already have, because they're down. They can't? Okay.
Well, I don't think that's their. I don't think there's anything open for them. If you're going to try to work back into this ball game using the running game, because the passing game just isn't there. They've double teamed Pompa, their big play guy over there. They got Salinas working on him, also working on him with double coverage coming up from the linebacker position is Ubaldo Candanosa.
All kinds of confusion out there for Roma, so they call a timeout with 4:22 to halftime, and they trail Weslaco East 21-0. All right, both teams back on the field after the timeout called by Roma. They've got the ball on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. And we'll have to check to see who the quarterback is, because they change almost every play. Handoff. Nope. Yeah, handoff to number 11. That time that's Nestor Garcia. He might have got a couple of yards in the play.
Handoff to number 11, Nestor Garcia, stopped by number 8.
Yeah, it looks like they're not even going to try to go to Pompa. You know, he's their big play receiver, but East just kind of just taking him out of this game.
Well, I'll tell you this.
A couple of guys out there watching him, double teaming him, and that's just their whole passing game. Go ahead, Joyce.
Yeah, like I talked about earlier, Alfonso was really up for the challenge. He was pumped up to face Pompa. He says he's going to stop the number 1 receiver.
But look at that. They got 2 guys out there watching him. I mean, they're taking him right out. They're just saying, you know what, we're going to set 2 out there with Candanosa watching him as well.
Quarterback looks like that was Guerrero. He didn't get much in the play. Remember, what was it, the old days the Kansas City Chiefs had that bump and run, or where they would come up to the line of scrimmage and just put a bump right on the end before he could even take off.
Yeah, Candanosa is just cheating way out there. He's your outside linebacker. He's going out there to help Salinas.
He's helping Salinas in the short routes in case Pompa goes short, and Alfonso is allowed to go deep in case Pompa goes deep.
3rd down and 8, ball on the 17-yard line. Quarterback is Guerrero, number 14. He's trying to, I'm not sure if he's going to have to call a timeout again. He's got players all over the place. He fakes, he's going to throw. Up to the middle, and just not a, to be honest, Carlos, just not a good pass.
Yeah, and they really had no business throwing the ball, but you have 2 receivers out there, maybe a safety valve, a number 4 over here, but they get it out there. You had 3 defenders around the potential receiver out there, and really nothing doing. If he throws it short, it's going to be intercepted. He had to throw it high.
It was intended for number 5, Randy Luera, but he had no chance. The ball was overthrown, and it's going to bring up 4th down again. That defense is just doing an outstanding job. The punter this time back at about the 2 or 3 yard line. This time twin returners, Salinas along with Bobby Gonzalez for the Wildcats here. We got 2:52 to go. That's enough time for Weslaco East to get another score on the board. This time a decent kick, midfield, picked up, dropped by Salinas, and got it at the 45, the 40, and inside to about the 35-yard line, Alfonso Salinas.
Number 15 on the return.
Once again, fine job by this Weslaco East defense. And really done a good job of just stopping the Roma Gladiators. They came out here in that first drive. They were moving the ball quickly. Then as soon as we talked about their bend, don't break strategy, they're able to stop it. And it's been all Weslaco East since then on, Terry.
The athlete of the week, Carlos, is Freddie Garcia up on the big board right now. One of the defensive players, a pretty good player. All right, first down and 10. Let's try it again here. One man, they got trip receivers to the far side. They got a passing formation out there right now. And they're going to flip it out here to the 35-yard line, 30. Still going inside to about the 24-yard line. And on the reception over there is 24. Manny Jimenez. We haven't called his number too much tonight.
This might be coming back. There's a flag on the play.
All right. Holding. That's a tough break. That's a couple of holding penalties, isn't it? There haven't been a lot of penalties. Weslaco East has picked up about the 3 they have been picked up, and have been the big ones, the 15-yarders, 10-yarders. All right, ball back to the 39. It's going to bring up first down and 14 to go.
1 foul, 10 yards, still first down.
Once again, trip receivers. Last time they just flipped it out there to Jimenez and let him run the football, and they've got the same kind of formation this time.
They fake it this time and then give it to the running back. Let's see.
Salinas out of a shotgun back at the 45-yard line. Got one running back with him. He's going to roll right this time. Flips the ball up the field. I don't know. And, and it is picked off at the 2-yard line. It was intended for, I believe, the other Salinas, from Salinas to Salinas.
Yeah, it was Salinas. He's trying to get it out to his brother, and he throws it right into double coverage. And Salinas, who plays defense, is a defensive back. You'll watch this out here as Salinas tries to get it to his brother, but it's double coverage. You got 2 men out there. He's trying to squeeze the ball in there, and he comes up and he plays defense. The ball pops out, and this is the second turnover of the game. You don't have these 2 turnovers. And we have 14 more points on this board. And instead, the Roma Gladiators have the ball in dangerous territory the way this defense has been playing them.
Well, Wildcats are out of timeout, so they can't stop the ball, and try to get it back real quick. But Roma is back on the 1-yard line, so they can't make any mistakes, they being Roma. They can't afford to be tackled in the end zone or anything like that. They're going to throw it, though. And a short pass, and that one didn't have a chance at all. That was intended for number 7, Jesse Delgado, but it wasn't even close.
Well, I know Coach Guzman, he's setting everybody now. He's saying he wants to go out there and try to make a sack and get 2 points and try to get some points on the board for the defense.
It was partially blocked by, who's number 10?
Chris Bedmano.
Yeah, he got his hand on, deflected it, but Carlos, they're doing us a favor by passing because that took 2 seconds off the clock. And we've still got a chance to get this ball back.
Well, they can't run the ball. They got to do something to try to get out of that end zone.
Well, the ball is on the 1-yard line. They got 99 yards to go. It is second down and 10.
Here comes the pressure, Terry. Look at this.
They're going to roll right this time. That's Guerrero. He's in the end zone. Can they get him? I don't know. It might be a safety.
That's got to be Ramirez.
Yep.
And Belmar is in on the play.
It is.
Got to give him the safety.
Good defensive effort.
Bandanosa also in on that play right there. He put the pressure as they go to that side. That's where big old Frank Ramirez is. And we'll watch the replay right here. As you got the big boys, Estevanes was the other one. He was held. He was brought down. But look at out there. Trying just to get out of there. Frank Ramirez picking up another sack. And this time, it's a safety. He gets 2 points.
Yes, Frank Ramirez with 2 points.
Yep.
I guess that's the ultimate for a defense is to get a safety.
Well, he scored a touchdown last year.
Okay.
Frank Ramirez ran like a 95-yarder back for a TD, so he's used to getting points. He's got 8 points total in the record books for him.
Hey, Carlos, that's a second safety in a row for Wildcats, right?
Did they get one last week? Yes, they got one last week. Special teams, actually. They blocked the punt and went out of the end zone.
Okay.
So, yes, so it is a second safety in a row for the team.
And they're pitching a shutout.
Absolutely, which is what they've done all season long in the first half.
But, even though, like I said, Roma's got the ball on the one time they did try to run it, we got them, and we got them 2 points. And we get the football back with 2:05 to go, so we've got some time to, possibly get on the board because, you never know. Einhorn or Gonzalez, they can take it on any play. They can be home run hitters. They can take it any play. Gonzalez is in the middle on this kick return. But remember, they have to kick the ball, a free kick, from the 20. You do have the choice between kicking off and punting. The old days, they used to punt every time. Now, it seems like they do the kickoff. What do we got? The shirtless brigade down there, Joey? I see a bunch of players. What do they have? Wildcats written across their chest, or what? How's that work?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's progressed here at East. The student body has really gotten into the spirit of a Wildcat football. I mean, they paint their faces, they come out painting their bodies. It's really cool.
All right, here's the kick. It's going to be about the 30-yard line, picked up there. Let's see if they get some run back here. 35, 45, 50 into Roma territory at the 45-yard line. I believe that was number 25 on the carry. Delgado.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
What do you think, Carlos? I think we got time to score 7 more, don't we?
Yeah, well, this is a quick strike offense, and one of the, we haven't talked about a lot of turnovers for this football team, but 2 big turnovers already when you got the ball deep in your own territory. Coach Brigette, Coach Guerra, that offensive coaches over there, Coach Rakovich, they cannot be happy with that, and they're probably telling us, hey, don't throw the ball if it's out there. Take off running. He's got some good will, so he could run with the football. So they're probably going to play a little bit more conservative, say, yeah, maybe go for a pass, go down there, but if it's not open, don't throw it.
He's got twin receivers to both sides. Only man in the backfield with him is Bobby Gonzalez. Ball at the 46-yard line. Salinas fakes. Still got plenty of time over the middle, and I don't know if he almost threw another interception. So Salinas right now trying to find the mark. That's 2 in a row. One was picked, and this one was close. But man, did he have all day to throw it.
Yeah, plenty of time. Plenty of time, but it was good coverage down the field by that secondary of the Roma Gladiators. No pressure at all. That's one of those where you can just take off. If you find a lane, you just take off and just pick up some yards.
And he threw right into some traffic there. Well, that's going to be, it didn't take much time off the clock. We're at a minute 53. We got plenty of time to score here. Ball on the 46-yard line. They're going to run the pitch this time. 45 trying to get to the outside and out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. And that's Bobby Gonzalez. Some of the fans thought maybe it was a little excessive after he was out of bounds, but they're almost got about 8 yards in the play.
Yeah, and it seems like the Wildcat coaches say, hey, you know what, let's just go back to what we do best, and that's running the football. Past couple of pass plays, interception, incompletion. This time, hey, they pick up a quick 8 yards just on running that quick little sweep to the left-hand side or right-hand side.
I see Bobby Gonzalez out there. I'm looking for Addison Einhorn. I'm looking for Brian Guzman. Hand off to the second. Whoa, big hit by the Roma defender on Bobby Gonzalez. Give the credit to number 10, Edgar Gonzalez, the big linebacker. That's probably the best play of the night for the Roma defense.
Yeah, I haven't seen any penetration at all night long, but this time he's able to pinch in there, get into the backfield, just a little stunt, and Gonzalez had no place to go except backwards.
4th down and about 2 yards to go here. Down to about 1:10 to go before halftime. Handoff again. Got the first down, then some. 30-yard line. Oh, good tackle again at about the 27-yard line. But Bobby Gonzalez, number 3, Eric Moreno, actually saved a touchdown.
Yeah, clock is rolling now. Well, it'll start rolling here in a minute, but Bobby Gonzalez doing a good job of getting to the open field. But nice little tackle there by the safety there by the Roma Gladiators.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. They spiked the ball, basically just kind of, now I see a flag going into the middle. I'm not sure why that is, but I see a flag right where the ball was thrown out. Why can't he throw the ball down?
No, I don't think the flag's on the throwing the ball down.
Well, it was thrown right where the ball was. I'm not sure why that was on. Now they're discussing something, but he's entitled to do that. He just buying some time. Now he can go back and huddle, because remember, he don't have any timeouts left. I think they're going to wave the flag off. Okay. The ball on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Now this is going to give Salinas a time to go over and talk to his offensive coordinator. Maybe get a couple plays called, I'm not sure. But the ball is on the 27. The Wildcats got plenty of time to get this thing into the end zone. The last couple of times they've stalled because of turnovers. Trip receivers to the far side. Salinas looking that way, rolling to his left, back in the middle, and almost, just overthrown. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
May have been picked. It may have been tipped a little bit there on that one, Terry.
And he comes immediately to the sideline, and he's going to get the next play. That took 4 seconds, so right now, Weslaco East, and the other thing about this, if they can score, remember, they kicked off. They won the toss and they deferred, so they're going to get the ball right after halftime. So Roma's not going to see the football a whole lot in the next few minutes. Second down and 10. Actually, third down and 10 is what they got on the scoreboard. Third and 10. That's right, they spiked the ball once. That cost them a down. Fake the handoff, they roll. You got to come back to Guzman. 25, 20, 15, 10 to the end zone. And he's going to be close. About the 1 yard line is where he stumbled down, Brian Guzman, on the little screen pass. And man, he just took off and went.
Clock will stop here, Terry, because of the first down, but they'll have to work on this one quickly. No timeouts, 39 seconds. They're going to have to get in here.
Spike it.
Or run a play, but they're going to have to run 2 plays right here.
Well, the clocks are going to start, like you said, but they may spike the ball again. We'll see what they do here. Or they might just go with a sneak. And Salinas, I believe he's into the end zone. Let's wait. Yes, he is. Alonzo Salinas got the quarterback sneak, and he picks up the touchdown with 29 seconds to go, and the Wildcats have 29.
That's just power football once again by Weslaco. They got a couple of passing plays trying to go deep down the field. But the key play on that drive was just a short little screen there to Brian Guzman. He gets the ball inside the 5 yard line, and the offensive line and Salinas take over from there.
Well, they're going to drop back into their conventional point after touchdown stance here. And Salinas, the quarterback who just scored, holds the ball. Kick is up by Torres, and it is good. So 29 seconds before halftime, the Wildcats leading 30-0.
Short drive for them on that one. That play started about the 48 yard line. Once again, set up by the defense. As that defense doing a good job. They've had great field position all night long. The stats aren't going to be very gaudy for Weslaco East because they haven't had to run the ball much. They've been basically playing on half the field all game long, so they don't get a lot of yardage. But they got points, and that's what counts.
The only 2 times they've been stopped tonight, Carlos, they've stopped themselves on turnovers. They haven't had to punt all night long.
Haven't seen Cats outside have to punt tonight.
There's that last pass before the touchdown to Brian Guzman. He got behind his blockers and did a great job. And he was tough. He almost scored. He was leaping for the end zone, but give them credit. That time they did get the ball, and that time they did score. And like I said, Roma's going to get the ball for 29 seconds, and then we go to the locker room and come back out, and it's Weslaco East ball again.
Hey, Terry and Carlos, that last play that Guzman caught getting down to the 1 yard line, what balance by Guzman. You can't, the TV is not going to do it justice. Down here on the field, unbelievable balance by Guzman to get to the 1 yard line. He looked like he was going to be stopped at about the 5.
Brian Guzman has come, and he's had a big first half of the season, considering he's just up for the, this is his first year of varsity competition.
Well, he was talented. They could have brought him up as a sophomore, but we had Andrew Alvarado and Einhorn last year. So said, you know what, we'll give some playing time on the JVs.
All right, Torres on the kick again. This one is down to about the 7 yard line, picked up there. Here comes that big defense, and he only gets to about the 23 yard line. And the Wildcats stop him. Roma will have about 3 or 4 plays before halftime, and that's it.
Hey guys, that was the quarterback, number 6. He returned that ball. I don't know if you know that.
Okay, number 6, that's Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, that's the second quarterback of this 2-headed quarterback deal.
Well, we have to kind of keep an eye on who's out on the field at the time here. I'm not sure if it's 6 or 14 at this time.
14.
14? That would be Guerrero. Okay, Saul Guerrero. He's a right-hander. Gonzalez is the lefty. A little movement, but nothing called. Big rush put on. He sets it up. Oh. And I'll tell you what, it looked like, Carlos, the receiver had his back to him.
Looked like Victor Luis. Yes. Almost had an opportunity there for a pick 6. That just went right over his head. Victor Luis, yeah, he is on the powerlifting team, and he almost had an opportunity to score 6 of his own.
Let's go away from football. Remember about 3 or 4 years ago, Carlos, the Wildcats had this really good defensive player. He won the Homecoming King. I'm trying to think who that was. And remember, we got homecoming coming up in about 20 seconds. I wonder which football player is going to be blessed tonight.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, here we go. Second down and about 10 yards to go. Under center, this quarterback. Hands off. Whoa, got a little running room up the middle. Up to about the 40-yard line, maybe 42. And that's probably the biggest play they've had all night long.
First time they've been under center, by the way, also.
Yeah. That play was picked up well over 10 yards, but with 12 seconds to go, and remember the clock will start when they put the chains down, but this will probably be one of maybe 2 plays, and that's it before halftime, unless they call a timeout. It looks like that's what they're going to do. So Roma's called timeout with, well, either that or they're just letting the clock go. I'm watching the clock go down. And we are at halftime with a score. The Wildcats 30, Roma nothing.
It's been a passion of mine to make a difference in a child's life. I began my career in the classroom, and over the years I've climbed the ranks of administration, with the last stage serving as Weslaco superintendent. I am proud of my accomplishments, including being named Region 1 Superintendent of the Year. But this couldn't have happened without my education at UT Pan American. It gave me the knowledge to be a leader for our youth. UTPA made a difference in my life. It can make a difference in yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's special homecoming halftime presentation. We begin this evening featuring the Starlets. Introducing the 2009-2010 Starlet officers, 4th Lieutenant Jacinia Reina, 3rd Lieutenant Esmer Pena, 2nd Lieutenant Chelsea Maupin, 1st Lieutenant Paula Fernandez, and Captain Angie Hernandez. Tonight, the Starlets perform a kick routine to a hit song made famous by the Knack. Here is My Sharona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 2009 Weslaco East High School Homecoming Court. Introducing freshman Duchess Nicole Alanis, daughter of Orlando and Anna Alanis. Nicole is a member of the volleyball team, and Duke George Cabello, son of Brad and Yadira Marchuk. George is a member of the freshman football team and is also a member of the soccer and track team. Introducing sophomore Duchess and Duke. Duchess Alexis Alanis, daughter of Orlando and Anna Alanis. Alexis is the secretary for the orchestra and a member of the varsity volleyball team. Duke Aaron Mungia, son of Aaron and Susie Mungia. Aaron is a member of the varsity football team and the state champion powerlifting team. Introducing junior Duchess and Duke. Duchess Karen Itzel, daughter of Hector and Nereida Ontiveros. Karen is a member of the district champion wrestling team and girls soccer. She is also a cheerleader and member of the drama club. Duke Santos Martinez, son of Jose Santos and Araceli Martinez. Santos is a member of the basketball and track team. It is also Santos' birthday today. Happy birthday, Santos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the senior court. Edna Arjona, daughter of Rolando and Nora Arjona. Edna is a member of the yearbook staff and Skills USA. And Mr. David Ortiz, son of Jose Luis Ortiz and Paula Ortiz. David is the publicity chair of National Honor Society, a member of the Science National Honor Society and Science Club. Introducing Omaira Figueroa, daughter of Omar and Judith Figueroa. Omaira is a varsity cheerleader and member of Skills USA and the French Club. And Mr. Ryan Flores, son of Juan Flores and Lisa Nieto. Ryan is a member of the Wildcat Regiment, National Honor Society, and Science National Honor Society. Introducing Ms. Gabriela Navarro, daughter of George and Clara Navarro. Gabby is president of the dance company and the Spanish Club, and is a member of the Drama Club. And Mr. Sergio Rodriguez, son of Sergio and Sonia Rodriguez. Sergio is a member of the district champion boys soccer team and baseball team, was nominated to participate on a Congressional Youth Leadership Council. Miss Carolina Pena, daughter of Mark and Vera Pena. Carrie is a varsity cheerleader and member of the varsity softball team. She is also a member of the Hidalgo County Cotillion. And Mr. Gabriel Martinez, son of Michael and Ruth Martinez. Gabriel is the president of Skills USA chapter, member of the varsity football team, and National Honor Society. Introducing Ms. Betsy Roque, daughter of Jose Roque and Ana Roque. Betsy is captain of the debate team, treasurer of the DECA Club, and a National Honor Society member, and a member of tennis and the softball team. Mr. Eric Valdez, son of Ruben and Esther Valdez. Eric is a member of the varsity football, basketball, baseball, and track team. Joining us this evening to help us crown our new king and queen is last year's king, Mr. Leo Longoria, and last year's queen, Miss Cassandra Casanova. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 2009 Homecoming King, Mr. David Ortiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our 2009 homecoming queen, Miss Edna Arjona. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Weslaco East High School 2009 Homecoming King and Queen and their court. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to remain here after the game as the Wildcat Regiment will be presenting their 2009 Pigskin Field Show in its entirety. They will be competing tomorrow in La Jolla at the USSBA South Texas Championship. We would also like to wish our friends from Roma, the Gladiator Band, the best of luck as they begin their competition season.
Strong side. Right up the middle comes the Hidalgo runner, and whoa, is he hammered. There's some vicious tackling by the Weslaco East defense. Inside! Coming back on the field just before they entered the field through the tunnel, Carlos, a tribute to a former Wildcat, Omar Figueroa, out here tonight, one of the rising stars in the world of boxing. He's here in attendance tonight. And Omar, we remember Omar in football, also remember him on the baseball field as well. Just an outstanding athlete from Weslaco East High School, who are building their own tradition here in Weslaco. Some of the scores we'll pass along in the halftime scores. I saw a shocker up there earlier. Hannah getting beat at halftime by one of their rivals from Brownsville. Of course, you never know. That's only halftime. You don't know how things are going to go. Right now at halftime, it's the Wildcats leading Roma by a score of 30-0. I think Carlos has got some stats he's going to pass along to everybody.
Total offensive yards for Weslaco East offensively, 280 yards in the first half, not so bad. Total offensive yards for the Roma Gladiators, 59 yards. Rushing yards for East, 188, 13 for Roma, 92 passing yards for the Wildcats, only 46 for the Gladiators. Roma actually has held the ball a little bit longer. Time of possession at 12:39, 11:21 for East. And look at the first downs. Weslaco East, 14 touchdowns, only 4 for the Roma Gladiators. Let's take a look at some of the stats. And you got Bobby Gonzalez with 91 yards rushing. Einhorn with 70. Guzman, he's got a touchdown. He only has 10 yards rushing. And then Salinas with 4 yards rushing. So, and then also Garcia with that nice catch with 47 yards on the receiving yards.
You know, we didn't see a lot of Einhorn, Gonzalez, and Guzman after that second or third touchdown. So here we go. We're going to get ready to start the second half. It goes quick here. Roma kicking off to Weslaco East. Oh, a high boomer down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Either Gonzalez, I think Gonzalez has got it. Yeah, Bobby Gonzalez up to the middle. He's still going at the 35 yard line. About the 34 is actually where they pile him up, but a good run back by Bobby Gonzalez nevertheless.
Once again, nice field position for Weslaco East. This time it's going to be because of the special teams. The special teams has done a good job. We always talk about the 3 phases of the game. The special teams has done an awesome job here tonight, whether it's been coverage or returning the ball. So here we go. They're going to get the ball right around about the 34 yard line, so that's going to be a good field position for the Wildcats.
What a tribute to Omar Figueroa. How about that?
Yeah, Omar, he's a good friend of the family. He's just doing an outstanding job. I've had the opportunity to follow his career over the past couple of years, and he just signed last week with Golden Boy Promotions, and Oscar De La Hoya is really high on this young man from Weslaco East.
All right, here we go. Pitch out. That's Einhorn. He gets the first carry of the second half, gets it up to about the 39. He just kind of runs hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a powerful runner. Also, he's got that quickness and elusiveness so he can get away from guys. And talk about Einhorn, didn't see much of him towards the latter part of the second quarter, but he still picked up plenty of yards, 70 yards for Addison Einhorn. But yeah, they gave him a little bit of breather, and he comes off the field right there. Looks like maybe his ankle is still bothering him a little bit, but you know, when you're up 30-0, why use all your horses when you can rest them a little bit? It's a long season.
A little movement in the line, but hand off to the second man through, and that's Gonzalez. He didn't get much, maybe a yard to the 40-yard line. Yeah, you told me he was Einhorn was dinged up and didn't even play against Lopez.
Didn't play in Lopez a couple of weeks ago. Played sparingly last week against Ed Calchelsa. And so he's the guy who came back from last year. You got to remember, he was one of your main guys last year along with Andrew Alvarado. So he's not only one of your faster guys and one of your better guys on that football team, but he also has that experience, that big game experience. He already has playoff experience because, you know, against last year he played against Flower Bluff. So yeah, you definitely want to keep him involved in your running game.
This district is so loaded from, I'd say, the first 5 or 6 teams, any one of which could win it. So every week is a challenge. Coming wide and up to the 45. Oh, big hit at the 47-yard line. That was Brian Guzman, and normally he's the one handing out the hits, but he got hammered right in front of his own bench.
Yeah, that's a good hit right there. You got to give credit to the Gladiator defender on that play, but just one of those hits where you hit him a little high, and he's going to go down hard, but Brian Guzman's a tough guy. He hits the weights as well, and you'll see the replay right here, trying to make an extra move, and just comes from the backside. Looked like the linebacker from the backside really cleaned him off right there, but he pops right back up and gets into the play.
Well, I think his dad, isn't his dad the defensive coordinator on this team?
He sure is.
Yep, I've known Renee for several years. That's a you know, a good family there, good unit. All right, 1st and 10. Hand off. No, they fake. Salinas is going to throw. He's got a receiver. Looks like big Frank Ramirez coming across the middle, but just out of his reach, and it's going to go incomplete.
We have a penalty marker on the field of play.
Yeah, that could be holding. That's right back where the passer was. So just underway here in the third quarter, the Wildcats leading 30-0. Einhorn has scored a couple of touchdowns. Guzman has scored 1. Salinas has scored 1. So, and I believe they had 1 other touchdown. So let's wait and see what the call is here.
Yeah, and Einhorn had 2 touchdowns.
On the offense.
Salinas had the other one, and then it was Guzman.
You know, if anything, Coach Cuellar is going to be looking for after this game, Carlos, is there's been some penalties out there. There's been, I'm going to say 4 or 5 penalties, but they've all been, they haven't been those little nickel penalties. They've been holding or better. And, you know, you always got to have something when you go back on Monday morning to or Monday afternoon to kind of, talk about, hey, we got to eliminate this. We can't do this in a Mission or some of these other schools. So always something to try to improve on.
Yeah, turnover is also something they need to improve on.
All right, first down, the long yard is big sweep at the 40. And 45-yard line is Gonzalez. I almost thought they had him by the helmet or by the face mask, but nothing called there.
Yeah, they had 3 turnovers against Ed Calchelso last week. They were still able to win, and now turnovers here in this game. They've had 2 fumbles, or 1 fumble, I should say, and 1 interception.
The ball is on the 44-yard line. Second down and about 13 to go. That interception, though, Carlos, actually turned out in our favor because we turned around in the very next play and got a couple plays later and got a safety. And then we turned around and got another touchdown before halftime. All right, second down and long. Pitch out to Gonzalez, tries to cut up against the grain. He might have got to the 50-yard line and maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up third down and long for the Wildcats. So it looks like Roma's made some adjustments coming out of the locker room. You're going to mark the ball at about the 49-yard line and see what Coach Cuellar, he hasn't called too many pass plays tonight, but you never know. This is certainly set up to be a pass play as Salinas comes in from the bench with the play. Doesn't take long to call the play.
They tried to use their tight end a couple times. Frank Ramirez and Albert Arevalo. Usually in this situation, they try to sneak him out, get him out there in the open area. Let's see what happens here.
All right, man in motion coming this way, out of a shotgun this time. Trip receivers, they're going to look that way, roll that way. Salinas has got a receiver, and then he overthrows it. Whoa! My goodness, 81 got pancaked hard. That is Joey Garcia, and wasn't to be.
Yeah, that's one of those where you want to just get it right in the breadbasket, try to get it in between the numbers. It's just a little bit high for Garcia, and he goes up there, and watch this hit as he is spun around, but you got those pads on. He's able to bounce back after that play, get back to the huddle, but that was a little dangerous for him.
First time tonight we've seen Cat Salazar back punting. The line of scrimmage about the 49, one single receiver back at about the 10. So Cat Salazar, an all-district punter, is back at about the 35, 36-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 49, gets the snap back. Booms the kick to the side, down to about the 20. He's going to get a good roll inside the 10. Oh, great kick by Cat Salazar. There's a weapon down at about the 7 or 8 yard line. And Roma, once again, no field position whatsoever.
Channel 5 News at this hour.
Hey everybody, hope you're enjoying the game here tonight at Bobby Lackey Stadium in Weslaco. The weather a little questionable up here this evening, but it looks like for the most part we're going to have an okay night. Hey, a big shout out to the visitors tonight who made the trip all the way from Roma, the Roma Gladiator fans. Good to have you in the house. And you guys came so far, you were on the other side of the front when you left, and then you crossed the front. Now you're here with our more warm and humid weather, but you made a long trip. But of course, a big shout out to the home team, Weslaco East Wildcats. Let's hear it. Congratulations to you. Snapping the winning streak of that team from up the road last week. Somebody had to do it. We're better than Weslaco East. Congratulations. Hey, it's a great night for football more or less. Tomorrow, I think we're going to see a day kind of like today, partly sunny, a shower, thunderstorm in spots. Your high temperature tomorrow up around 92 degrees. It does look like another hot one tomorrow, but again, scattered showers and thunder showers a possibility. Enjoy the rest of the game.
First play from scrimmage, Carlos. We had to kind of sit back for Tim Smith to give us a little weather on the big big scoreboard here. Gain of about 7. That's a big play for Roma. They don't get many yardage plays. They had one near the end of the first half, so maybe they found something. We'll see as the game goes. Second down at about 3. They fake. They're going to throw over the middle and caught at the 25-yard line. One receiver, and he's down at the 36. A big play that intended for number 11, the running back, Nestor Garcia.
Number 12 defensively,
and all of a sudden, here comes Roma out of the locker room playing good on defense, and now on offense doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be Isaac Ramirez who makes the catch for Martinez, I should say, who makes the catch for the Gladiators, and a nice little catch right there. Can't be too surprised. It's kind of a blowout situation here for the Wildcats, and of course, no lead is safe when you have a whole second half to go, but this is when the Wildcats usually give up their points in the second half.
All right, first down and 10, 37-yard line. Hand off again, and some yardage up about the 43-yard line. That looks like number 24, Ruben Salinas. And wow, all of a sudden, Roma looks like a totally different team out here in the second half.
Yeah,
Coach Cuellar wants a timeout.
Total points they've given up in the third quarter have been 14 points, Terry. And
we have a timeout.
taking a look here.
Our timeout sponsor is Stream.
They shut out Edcal Chelsea through 3 quarters, so they finally got 8 points on the board. But other than that, just 2 touchdowns. We're giving up 1 to Hidalgo and 1 to Brownsville Lopez. They've given up, and then the fourth quarter, where they've already been blowing out opponents, that's where they've given up the most points.
On behalf of St. John, St. Pius,
well, that is the second. Like I said, Roma has marched the ball
our visiting guests.
in this second half, done a good job. And like I said, their defense stopped Weslaco East, though. On both sides of the ball, Roma has made some real nice adjustments. Well, we got a chance. Joey, what are you seeing down there?
We want to express to all the people
Joey's
of Weslaco
finding his microphone.
our sincere gratitude for all your prayers.
Try it again, Joey.
Okay.
All right, you guys got me potted up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up.
All right. Just a brief thing about the Figueroa thing. Carlos, you did a great piece that's now YouTube fame for Figueroa. I don't know if you know that. If you type in Omar Figueroa on YouTube, you can now see that piece that Carlos did for KWES. What a great piece on that. Omira, his sister, was on the homecoming court. I don't know if you know that as well.
I saw that tonight. Yep. All right, here we go. Second down and short. Looks like number 14, Guerrero, is a quarterback. He fakes, pump fakes again under a little pressure. This one might be picked off and incomplete, but he double pumped that time, and he really paid the price.
Yeah, still trying to go to Pompa down the field, but once again, coverage is there. Got Salinas back there and a host of other Wildcats, but they're going to still try to go every once in a while, so don't fall asleep on Pompa, because they're going to try to go after him every once in a while in this football game.
The line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line, they need to go to about the 47 for a first down, so a big third down play for Roma and for the Weslaco East defense here. Twin receivers to the near side of the field. Guerrero, the quarterback. And he fakes. Well, actually hands off, and I don't think he made it. Looked like he was stopped maybe a yard short. Good defense that time by Weslaco East.
Be interesting to see if the coach goes for it right here. Fourth down, you're down 30 points. And it's one of those situations where you go for it right here.
Looks like it, don't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You don't get it. Wildcats get the ball, but the way they've been running this football, they can score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, that was the first time all night that Roma had stopped the offense of Weslaco East and forced them to punt. And remember, this drive started inside the 10-yard line. And they've been moving the ball steady after a great kick by Cat Salazar. Fourth down and short. Big play in the ball game. They throw. And did he catch it?
Yeah, nice catch.
Nice catch at the 50-yard line. Pompa on the reception, and they move the chains. They're right up to midfield as Roma now finally starting to move the football against the Weslaco East defense a little bit.
One of the better passes by the quarterback. You get it way up there, and you're able to take advantage of the size Pompa has against Salinas. All he needed was a couple of yards. He gets it, jumps up there, makes the catch. Good job there by Pompa and the Gladiators.
Well, this game, you know, as much as we're talking about, this game is under the 6-minute mark in the third quarter already, Carlos. It's going quick. The drives are slow and very methodical for both of these teams. Pitch. Handoff to Garcia. He's got some running room, and boy, I'll tell you, they're picking up 7-8 yards on first down, and it's making it a little easier on the second and third down calls. That's Nestor Garcia, the ball carrier.
Able to get down the field a little bit there. The Roma Gladiator will watch the play. Garcia running with the ball. Bad snap. He's able to recover. Runs away from the defense. Finds a good little seat. Nice blocking there by the Gladiators. And in this league, you know, you're down 30-0, but you got to get ready for next week. I don't know who the Gladiators play, but it's a very competitive league with 4 teams going to the playoffs. Roma Gladiators, they got to get ready for next week.
All right, second down and about 1 or 2 yards to go for Roma, and they've been in that situation 2 or 3 times. Fake the handoff with the football as a quarterback, and he's got some running room. Oh, spun down inside the 40, but he's going to get the first down as Roma, like I said, has started this drive inside the 10, all the way down into Weslaco East territory here as they run down in here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we'll watch the replay right here and watch the holding call. They, hopefully we'll be able to see it right there, but number 5, Rolly Alanis, nope, it's not right there, but there was a holding penalty on this play, and this one's going to be coming back. I saw the yellow flag on the near side over here.
That's one of the few tonight, Carlos, by Roma. They've played a pretty clean ball game up to this point. In fact, I don't even know if they've had a turnover at this point. I know we've had a couple.
Holy, on on the offense.
Boy, it's turned out to be a beautiful night for football. Not only, the humidity is, usually it's sticky, but it's not. It feels comfortable. There's no wind movement. The flag is just straight down, and the weather is kind of passed over. It feels kind of like a cool front in a way. Not real cool, but nice out here. So weather, it's always nice, especially when these two teams play, that weather is not a factor because they've been in some battles and some pretty nasty stuff. Second down and about 12 yards to go from about the 48 or 49-yard line. Guerrero rolling to his right, still looking, still rolling. Now he takes off and runs, and they're going to knock him down at the 50. Good tackle out there.
That's the way to run down the play right there by that defensive lineman out there. Anthony Torres never gave up on the play. He was blocked. He's an interior lineman. Continues to go out there, make the play on the quarterback. Didn't pick up much.
Joey, they're moving the ball. What's going on with Roma here in the second half? They're actually moving the football a little bit.
Well, this is what we expected from Roma. We expected them to run with number 14, their running quarterback, and bring in number 6, their throwing quarterback. But they've been pretty successful doing exactly what they've been doing all year long, having number 14 either hand the ball off or run effectively.
All right, third down and about 9 to go. He rolls. He's a lefty. Oh, the little shovel pass, but this time he fools nobody, especially number 42 for the Weslaco East Wildcats. And that is Estevanes? Estevanes, okay.
Estevanes, he can't run this play twice, not against him, as he stays home right there. He sees this all the way because he's running back like he's going to pass, but no, he never bit at all. Estevanes just keyed in on the running back, made the tackle as soon as the ball was given to him.
All right, fourth down and long, fourth down and about 10. The ball right on midfield. So we're going to have Alfonso Salinas, and Bobby Gonzalez back at about the 15-yard line. Good snap back. Kick down. Let's see where they want to bring it. They're going to let it drop.
Got to get away from that
ball. Yep, you get away. We've seen it hit in helmets before. The ball is going to be finally down between the 20 and 25-yard line. And let's see what happens with the Weslaco East offense this time. Last time they sputtered a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the video screen on the scoreboard where Pace Healthcare proudly introduces the cheerleader of the week, Carissa Portillo and Bernardina Colunga. Both Carissa and Bernardina are Hall of Fame cheerleaders, UCA All-American cheerleaders, and 3-year Weslaco East High School varsity cheerleaders. Standing is Carissa, the daughter of Philip and Marisa Portillo. She is
Salinas brings him out of the huddle.
And president of the Criminal
Got an I
Justice
formation
Club.
behind him. Hand off to the second man through, 25, 30-yard line, breaks a tackle. That's Gonzalez at the 40. 45, down the field. Can he beat the last man? No. But what a great run by Bobby Gonzalez. Thanks to number 20, Adrian Solis, or otherwise he would have gone all the way.
Yeah, that's what Bobby Gonzalez did a couple of weeks against Brownsville Lopez with some big runs for Gonzalez. We'll watch the little run right here. Gonzalez, little stutter step right there. Be real patient, wait for the hole to open up, then breaks the tackle right there, and that's what you like about Bobby Gonzalez. And you see a little burst of speed right there? Kind of turns on the jet there right in the middle of the play.
I also saw Kat Salazar down the field on a block. All right, here we go. First and 10, the East offense coming alive with a big run by Gonzalez. They've got the ball in Roma territory at the 35-yard line. Hand off to the second man through. That's Addison Einhorn trying to juke and going outside, and they're going to bring him down at maybe the 33 or 34-yard line. We got players all up. Now we got a late flag. Might be against Weslaco East. Let's wait and see. Looked like number 56 for the Wildcats. That is Brian Maldonado, along with one of the Roma players were getting kind of tangled up down there, and I see the flag come in late on the play. Einhorn really never got any room to run that time. That's what the flag is. Might be unsportsmanlike or a personal foul.
Dead ball, personal foul on the offense, 15 yards, second down.
That was right in front of the bench, Carlos. I'm sure that young man was going to be talked to by one of the coaches.
Well, Terry, just to see that Brian was defending Einhorn, and of course the second guy is the one that gets caught all the time.
Oh yeah. Second down and long. Boy, they got a whole area code to get through here. Ball back to the 50-yard line. They've got to go to the 25 for a first down. So it's going to bring it second down and 25. Let's see if we got any kind of a passing offense here. They got Jimenez out to the left. Other than that, it looks like a running formation. Guzman breaks a tackle at the 40. Still going, 35, 33-yard line. Brian Guzman with a big run that time. Good run right up he just between the tackles, Carlos, and just used that straight ahead power running.
Yeah, it's a quick play because you give it to your fullback, so he takes 2 steps, then he has the ball. Great blocking by that offensive line once again. We're going to be saying that all season long, but just a huge hole right there for Brian Guzman. And then you see it towards the end. He's got those small little defenders. The defensive backs are trying to bring him down. Because of the strength, he picks up an extra 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, he carried a couple of guys at least 5 yards. 3rd down and about 8 or 9 to go as he picked up big yardage on that play. Salinas looking things over here. 1:20 to go in the quarter. Hand off to the second man through. And still going, that's Gonzalez inside to about the 21-yard line. He's got the first down, so they wiped out a 2nd and 25 in 2 straight running plays, Carlos, and they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, big run there by Bobby Gonzalez. This is the guy who's rushed for over 100 yards in every game. A couple of weeks ago against Brownsville, Lopez made the paper with his 354-yard rush performance. Bobby Gonzalez had a great game. I don't know what his stats are here. He's well over 100 because he had 91 in that first half.
I'm sure he has the single-game rushing record for Weslaco East in the history of that high school.
At 354, probably so, yeah.
Guzman right up the middle, still going. Boy, I tell you what, he got down inside the 10. He shucked off one tackler and then just big burst of speed, got inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal for Weslaco East.
Yeah, good upper body strength there by Guzman. You watch it right here, stiff arm right there, then a quick little dance around the tacklers, and then just barely tripped up at the very end. He's got, what, 11 touchdowns on the year?
You know, Gonzalez, that rushing, I understand that's the 8th best in the history of the Valley, at 354 yards. So 2 of the great rushing performances in the history of the Valley, both from the city of Weslaco. Here we go, 10-yard line. Oh, knocked down at about the 9. That was number 25 on the carry, Delgado, I believe.
Yeah, Mishak Rivas had that 435.
We saw that.
Oh, my goodness.
Against San Benito.
Game you'll never forget. And then, yeah, a couple of weeks ago at 354 for Bobby Gonzalez. So we've seen some good performances. We've been lucky, Terry.
Well, we saw another tremendous performance right on this field by, I believe it was Maurice Hunter from Harlingen years ago that we covered it. He had way over 300 yards, so one of the great runners in Harlingen history. All right, we played 3 quarters. Nothing scored in that 3rd quarter. It's still 30-0. The Wildcats in the lead.
Get your hands up. With so many things to choose from, no wonder many choose to be crunk-free.
We're here at the heart of Dry County celebrating the Soberville victory. So tell me, Eric, what is the secret for you winning the championship?
Free, baby.
This is Dynamic Sober Report.
And I thought there was a fumble on the play, Carlos, but they got down to about the 5-yard line. I thought for a minute there was a fumble. We'll wait and see. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me a little bit. Got down to about the 6-yard line, actually. From here, I'm watching the monitor because that is a long ways away from where we're at up here. Let's get a replay on this, guys. And I don't think we're going to have time. As Salinas comes back to the huddle.
Yeah, I missed it too, Terry. I was looking down at some stats.
It looked like he just fell.
Who was the running back on that one, Joey?
Bobby.
Bobby Gonzalez? Okay, we got an I formation. Up man is Guzman. This is Guzman territory now inside that 6-yard line. And he fakes it. Oh, over the middle, wide open. Touchdown. That's Big Frank again. He's got 8 points tonight. He's got a safety and a touchdown.
Big night for Frank Ramirez. That's a play that usually goes to Albert Arevalo. Now Frank Ramirez, who plays defensive end, scoring some points there for the offense. Nice little play for him, and good pass there by Salinas. Actually a little bit low for him, so he's showing his athleticism. This big man over there with a nice soft hand.
He was wide open, though, in that end zone. Torres will try the extra point. It's 36-0 Wildcats. Torres will try to add one on. A high snap, but Salinas brings it down. Does it have enough to get there? Yes. That was a flutter job there. That was a Billy Kilmer special. And it's 37-0. The Wildcats with 11:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Well, while we got a break here between the players coming back on the field, we do want to acknowledge our great staff here at K-West. We got Julian Olivares and Mike Palacios, Rafael Cavazos, Val Zamora. Who else we got out there, Joey? We got Joey Cavillo, and we've got a bunch of guys here. Jim Zavala, Jim Zavala is running the scoreboard tonight, doing a great job. And
the K-Pan crew's out here.
K-Pan with Gabe Cruz and
we got Rewind Danny.
Rewind Danny, yeah. And I'll tell you what, the press box is starting to take some shape here, looking better. I understand the elevator came in a couple of days ago, so we're getting closer and closer to our new set, so to speak, here in a couple of weeks, we hope. As the renovation of Bobby Lackey Stadium, I want to say, is impressive. This is only the second game that I've covered at this new stadium, and it looks nice. I like those. I like that stadium seating where you're going to sit back and enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. And once the press box is up and running, we've already had a really nice college atmosphere. Now with the press box, I mean, this is going to be just one of the top places south of San Antonio, or maybe even competing with San Antonio. You put a good football team in here, have a college atmosphere, and you're ready to go.
Well, next to the Alamo Dome, I think it's as good as anything in San Antonio. All right, here we go. Torres is going to kick off at the 40. And once again, he just booms it down there inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. And here comes that Wildcat defense, and they're just all over him up to maybe the 22 or 23-yard line. And that special teams is just, they are just tough to hold back. So with 11 minutes to go, the Wildcats taking care of business tonight over the Roma Gladiator. I don't think Roma's seen a team quite like this all season long.
Well, Wildcats are just surprising a lot of people. I talked to some people before the season. I said, look out for the Wildcats this year. And had a lot of rolled eyes, like, yeah, you know, because they haven't had the winning tradition that other teams have had. And they've just been an outstanding from day one. Yeah, they played Hidalgo, then Brownsville, Lopez, and LaFair. All three A teams. The last week's game really put them on the map. They're ranked 6th. They could be ranked number 1 in my book.
All right, the quarterback and running out of trouble, and now he's taking off, and they're going to get him out about the 34, 35-yard line. So good decision by the quarterback, because he didn't have anybody to throw to at that time. But, you know, Carlos, sometimes we kind of kid about the powerlifting, but I think what it does more than anything on the football field, it gives these kids just a ton of confidence. They know that when they go out on the field, there's no doubt they are the stronger man for man, and it just – the confidence level just through the roof, and they can accomplish anything.
Well, I remember talking to Rolly Segura last year, one of the better linemen there for Weslaco East, and also on the powerlifting team. And he was telling me how it helped him in wrestling. You know, he'd go up guys, you know, that are his own size, but he'd just be able to manhandle them because of the powerlifting.
All right, they're going to throw down the field. They're going for Pompa, but this one is underthrown, almost intercepted. But that ball was badly underthrown and defended down there by number 16 for Weslaco East.
And also, just to finish up my thought, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just to finish up my thought about Segura, he also told me about playing football and how he was he was a defensive tackle, and he had to go get some 300-pound linemen, and he was able just to manhandle those guys because of the strength that he had. So the powerlifting, yeah, definitely the confidence helps, and that's a big part of football. But just able to go out there and move people around and able to get by these bigger boys. Sometimes you have bigger boys and keep your balance. And also another thing it helps you with is recovering from injury. So a lot of things powerlifting does for you.
Second down and 10. Low snap. They're going to run a pitch back at the 40-yard line, knocked down. And I see a flag over here on this side of the field, Carlos, so this one might be coming back. But, you know, when I think of that powerlifter, I think about not a little guy, but a guy that's not the biggest out there is Munguia. He's a state champion. He's saying, okay, if I can handle anybody in the state, I can certainly handle, you know, some guy that's, that I'm going to go after here in this area. So he's one there. Let's see what the penalty is about.
Please focus your attention on the big screen and help me welcome Brenda Mangual. Captain Brenda Mangual is the daughter of...
I'll tell you what, tomorrow night here at Bobby Lackey, we've got another football game going, but tomorrow morning, Carlos, a very special event here at Bobby Lackey. A big send-off for the troops that are going to be heading back to Iraq, I believe. It's going to be a big event.
Yeah, the National Guard, which is the armory located here in Weslaco, there's going to be a big ceremony that'll be taking place here at Bobby Lackey, like you said. And I think they're going to be going either to Afghanistan or Iraq. I'm not sure what their assignment is, but good luck to all the troops. God bless all the troops. I know a lot of people from here in Weslaco are involved in the military, so just be safe, come back soon, we'll be praying for you guys.
Yep, that's for sure. Looks like it's illegal procedure against Roma. That's going to cost them 5 yards after that little running play that they had there. But we were talking about this stadium, the renovation, and you're right. This could be a college atmosphere. The way that this stadium is developing.
Look at the kids over here, Terry, to our right-hand side.
And we have a
I mean, they're all high school kids. Doesn't that look like a college crowd out there? They're having a good time. All their hands up in the air in unison. I mean, they got all this stuff going on. Like they got their own traditions and everything. And it's just really good to see them out there having a good time. And look at that. They're over there with the band.
Oh, yeah.
They're with the band there.
School
Whatever
spirit.
the band does, it's a lot of school spirit. And a lot of that has to do because of the winning tradition now that the Wildcats have.
You all know what you have to do. Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. This is your game now, gentlemen. For you seniors, it's your last one, so make it count. Because you'll remember it the rest of your lives. Let's get them.
A little inspirational speech in the movie Rudy up on the board. And we can't say enough about the K-West crew and the job that they do with this nice scoreboard here that we have in Weslaco. And they just do a great job all year long. And like I said, this is just a community. The school spirit at Weslaco East is outstanding. Sue Peterson, the principal, just does a great job at that school.
She's been the principal since day one.
She's an outstanding person. She is. You can't hardly go to a sporting event at Weslaco East High School. She's not there. She's there all the time.
Principal of the year a couple of years back.
In the state.
Yeah.
Rolling. That's the new quarterback. That's Gonzalez, and he underthrows down at the 42-yard line, and he was rolling left, but he's still down on the field, Carlos. He took a big hit out there, and he's just now getting up.
Got a lot of pressure from Steven Esteban as, one of the starters still in this football game, getting out there, still hustling on this football game. And these guys out there, you're up 37-0, 10 minutes remaining in the game, but they still want to play football. They want to continue to practice. This is what you practice for all week long, so you're not going to let up now.
And it's the offense, they want to score points, but that defense, they want to put a 0 on the board. That's their goal. That's their goal.
They don't have a shutout yet here in this on the season.
Well, there's the first night. It could be tonight. Homecoming is always a special night too. All right, out of the shotgun. Good. Again, down the field, and did he catch it inbounds? I think he caught it out of bounds. Pompa made a nice catch, but they say he was out of bounds at about the 43 when he finally caught the football. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the Panther defense. The Wildcat defense. My bad. They did it again, and here comes Bobby Gonzalez and Salinas out on the field. 10:08 to go in the ball game. Is that Pompa the kicker? Joey, is that number 1 back to punt? Yeah, we're going to find Joey here in a second.
He's talking it off.
Okay. Good kick, but
it is Pompa, by the way.
Is it? Ooh, that almost hit one of the Wildcats in the back.
You need to get away
well,
from
they did. Somebody tried to jump on it. I don't know about that, if that was wise.
I think it may have hit Bobby Gonzalez.
Okay, it might have. Well, if that did, that was a good heads-up play by the man that kind of come in at the end there. That number 28, I believe.
By number 28, Dustin Pena.
Or Dustin Pena, actually. Yeah, Dustin Pena made a nice play then to jump on the football. So the Wildcats are going to take over decent field position at the 33-yard line. 9:58 go in the ball game. I don't know, at 37-0, are they going to keep that first unit out there or not?
10 yards, first down.
As you shop Weslaco and our surrounding communities,
10-yard penalty.
Remember these companies that support both our academics and athletics here at Weslaco ISD.
Ball is on about the 24-yard line.
Didn't see the penalty, but yeah, a 10-yard penalty right there.
Let's see who's out there at quarterback. Yeah, it's still Salinas.
And stay tuned to K-West for a future broadcast of tonight's game.
Bobby Gonzalez looks like he's setting up the wing on the right-hand side. There's nobody behind the quarterback. Now they come in motion. Handoff coming behind some. That's Bobby Gonzalez at the 30. 35-yard line, 40 down the sideline. Can he take it? 45, got one man to beat. Cuts back in. 20, 15, 10, 5, down at the 2-yard line. That was from the 24 to the 2. 48 and 26, that's a 74-yard run.
What an incredible run by Bobby Gonzalez. A nice little run for him. Also some nice down-the-field blocking by Joseph Garcia. You're going to see him way down the field inside the 10, 15-yard line, and Joseph Garcia is still down there running with Bobby Gonzalez, trying to give him a block, trying to get him into the end zone. Here you watch the replay, just a good standard little play there. Gonzalez looking for his seam, gets to the outside, patient right there as he gets a good little block for one of his running backs, and then he's off to the races. We still got a couple of guys with the angle. I don't think you're going to see it here, but Joseph Garcia with a little block towards the end nearly gets him in the end zone.
All right, down to about the 2-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark it.
And I think we got Joey back.
Yep, and Mr. Touchdown just scored another one.
Number 22, Brian Guzman.
But you know, on that block you were talking about, Carlos, down the field, it was Brian Guzman who made the block.
Hey guys, am I back?
Yeah, you're back, Joey. Go ahead.
Hey, one of the things about thank you. One of the things about the Wildcat offense is their receivers. Not only do they catch the ball, but they're great blockers. Throughout the history of the Wildcats, the receivers have been key to the offensive and why the running backs are so good in this offense, because the receivers block down the field.
Yeah, there was a time where 99.9% of the plays were running plays. So your receivers had to learn how to block, but now they pass a little bit more. So yeah, now they do both things. They catch the ball and they block down the field. And anytime you have a play like that, Joey, you're exactly right. Whenever you have a big play, it's because you have your receivers blocking down the field.
Well, if they made a statement last week, Carlos, against Ed Couch Elsa, you know, the next week after a big win like that is real key, because there's always a letdown. There's no letdown here tonight. This is just one good football team.
No, and I think Coach Guerra made a big statement last week. Yeah, Coach Guerra made a big statement last week when he said, yeah, it's a big win. And I talked to him after the game, and he wasn't jumping up and down, and he wasn't hooting and hollering like they had just won the Super Bowl. He was kind of working like, okay, great, yeah, we won, but we got to go back to work tomorrow because it's just the first victory. And it was true. It was the first one of district. Got a long season to go. Mission Veterans, a good football team, very improved with Coach Gilpin over there. The Mission Eagles, they're undefeated. You know, they still got to play Mercedes. Those are three tough teams right there.
Hey, Carlos, you're exactly right. And the players that were in class on Monday, they talked about it a little bit. It was everybody else that was talking about it, the student body and everything. But the players talked, minimal about that win. They were focused on Roma because they know that Roma's no slouch.
Yeah. Well, isn't La Jolla Juarez Lincoln doing pretty good as well?
I don't know. Joey, you got anything on them?
They played Roma to 25-26.
That's who we got to play next week at their house.
Yeah.
We're going to La Jolla.
Hey, that'll be the first time I've ever been to La Jolla.
With a new scoreboard and new stadium over there.
Right.
Well, the first time we've done a football game there that I know. We did a soccer game last year, but not a football game.
Okay.
Down to about the 8-yard line, picked up there, but here comes that special teams. And, big hit there.
Rolly Alanis.
Yep. Number 5, Rolly Alanis says, I'm going to get you, Bubba, and I'm going to take you out. Ball at the 26-yard line, and that Weslaco defense is out there again. Doing a great job.
We're talking about what Joey was talking about earlier about how all the players were keeping the game in perspective. That starts at the top. So you give a lot of credit to Coach Boyd for talking to his team and telling them, hey guys, we won the game, but it's just one game. We still got a long ways to go, and I'm sure that was the speech that he gave his team, not only after last week's victory, but throughout the week.
All right, here we go, 1st and 10. The quarterback is Gonzalez, number 6. Fakes the hand, he's going to throw over the middle. Got a wide open receiver, and he dropped the football. Pompa, that's one of the few drops you'll see. Actually, it wasn't Pompa. They said it was, but I'm looking at number 1 over here. But then after he dropped it, the Weslaco East player just kind of went up there and gave him a little shoulder bump to say, hey, I'm here.
That was number 4, guys.
Number 4, okay. That would be Isaac Martinez.
The SEC Academic Student of the Week.
2nd down and 10 is Roma now with their, their second of their 2 quarterbacks, number 6, and that's Guerrero. He hands off, got some running room, breaks a couple of tackles up to about the 33, 34-yard line, and one of the tacklers getting up, big number 67, I believe.
Carry number 11, Nestor Garcia.
Nestor Garcia, the ball carrier. Let's watch again who
Number
made the
5,
tackle.
Rolly Alanis.
That's Torres.
As well as
Torres,
number 67, Anthony Torres.
Yeah, Anthony Torres, good
67,
job. Just, you know, getting away from his blocker, then making the tackle down the field. That's what you want to do. If you're a defensive lineman, never give up on the play. Continue to go down the field. Usually those interior linemen don't make a lot of tackles, but if you follow the play and you keep hustling down there, you can make it down the field.
Picked up about 7, 3rd down and short at about the 34-yard line. They're going to throw a pass, it looks like, over the middle. Let's see if they can get it. Oh, Pompa goes and gets it, and I think he's going to take it to the house. Once he got it, he was gone. He got a step behind the receiver, or the defender, from the 34, a 66-yard touchdown pass from Gonzalez to Oscar Pompa. Well,
it was a pump and go, Terry, and our defender just bit on the pump, and then Pompa just took off after that right down the sideline, right in front of our man Joey Calvillo.
Yeah, you know, Alfonso had been doing such a great job through this whole thing. He bit on the pump, and you know, this receiver is one of the best receivers in the district.
Joey, were you running to keep up with that play or what?
No, I'm not that fast by any means.
Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, just a good job by Pompa, and
Oscar will attempt the extra point.
Almost blocked.
How in the world did he even get that up? No, he missed the extra point, but I'm surprised that wasn't blocked. But you got to know right now that defense is upset. And
yeah, they don't mind giving up a play during trash time, but they don't want to give up a play like that because Mission, they pass the ball. Veterans passes the ball. That's all we're going to see. And they've been tested already against LaFerre and Hidalgo, but you're going to come up against two teams, and Mission Veterans are going to be passing the ball a lot. So this secondary, once again, will be tested later on in the season. So you don't want to get a play like that, but it's good, something to work on, something to look at on film. And I'm sure Coach Guzman, the defensive coordinator, Weslaco Luis, who wanted that big fat 0 on the board, didn't get it tonight, but I'm sure it's something that they'll work on, and they'll take the victory over a shutout anytime.
Well, they're a little motivation. If the schedule is like it's been in the last couple of years, Carlos, we play Mission Veterans and Mission the last 2 weeks of the season. But if I remember also, I almost want to say that we're going to get one of those here.
Yeah. Mission High is going to be here.
Okay, that'll be a game.
And Veterans will be over at Tom Lander.
You know, and if they both go in undefeated, Carlos, we were talking about this earlier. We would love to see this stadium filled right up to capacity. This would be great.
Yeah, give it some time.
Yep.
Give it some time. And Weslaco Luis is starting to develop a following. You know, they don't have the alumni base that Weslaco High has, but there are a lot of people who are coming to watch this team. You know, even though they didn't graduate from Weslaco East High School, but they're following because of the way they've been playing this year. The big win against Ed Cal Chelsea. They've been in the paper, so they're excited. They want to see what the Wildcats are all about.
Well, it's conceivable that both those teams could go into either game week 9 or week 10 undefeated. Both of them. Would that be a game?
That'd be a great game.
All right, here we go. This is a high kick down to, well, they're going to let it go out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. You know, the last time that there would have been an anticipated Mission, at that time it was Mission Weslaco High, when Sonny Cavazos and Coy Detmer both had undefeated seasons in the regular season, went their different ways in the playoffs. But I remember that would have been a great. This would be great. Weslaco East and Mission High would be an awesome game. Yeah. But we got a lot of football between now and then. That's a lot of water under the bridge, so to speak.
Got a lot of games to go, and taking it the one game at a time approach. That's the way it is. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, but we shouldn't even talk playoffs until we get through the meat of the schedule. We've got a few more games here. That Mercedes game, October 23rd, is going to be big too.
And that's here?
That's here.
Okay.
We're going to edit that out, by the way.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, in motion is Einhorn. Inside, though, handoff. Got some room at the 25, the 30, 35, and up to about the 40-yard line. Munguia. And man, big run up to about the 40, maybe the 40-yard line. And here we go again. I don't think Weslaco East is letting up 1 inch. They've still got Einhorn. Einhorn has not played a lot tonight.
No, a little banged
up. You
don't
need him.
Yeah, might as well rest him some. You know, you got that stable of backs. Why not let Munguia run the ball a little bit? Now you're seeing Guzman coming out, giving him a little bit of a break as well.
But remember, Einhorn was tough in that first quarter when we needed to get that good start, and he did a great job then. Power I to the right this time, a little different formation. Hand off to the second man through, 45-yard line. There he goes. That's Gonzalez. Down the field. He's still on his feet. 25, 20, trying to get to the outside. They're going to bring him down inside the 10, but Bobby Gonzalez, he's racking up the yards right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Nelly.
90 yards in the first half, and here we go again. He's probably got 100 now here in the second half. I'll go check the stats on here with Woody Howe, but watch the little run here. Little stutter step here at the beginning, looking for the hole, waiting for the hole to develop. It's huge. It's there. And then good, strong legs, runs away from him, the defenders, and they're here towards the end. He just takes a little bit of a slant to the opposite side of the field to pick up even more yards. Almost broke that one all the way to the house.
Well, you know, he had 91 in the first half. He's got at least that many in the second half. And we're going to get kind of a count on him as we get the ball inside. Let's see, where are they at? About the 9-yard line, first down and goal to go. Salinas, handoff. There's Mr. Well, who is that with the ball? That's
25.
25? And that would be
Martin
Delgado. Okay. But Joey, I am impressed with the Wildcat team. They're just running up the yards. I mean, you know.
Well, I was talking to Brian Maldonado earlier today, and offensive lineman, he was telling me that Bobby Gonzalez is one of his favorite backs to block for because he's such a hard runner. He's little, but he's one of the toughest backs that they have, and he loves blocking for that guy.
All right, we're going to get some stats here in a second. Salinas again. Pitch out this time, and there's Delgado. Cuts back at the 5, down to about the 2 or 3 yard line, and Delgado getting him closer and closer to a touchdown.
A couple of big runs for Bobby Gonzalez. He's now at 269 yards. He's still got under 7 minutes to go in this game.
Is he going to break 300 again? This kid's a junior. I mean, you just all three of these big backs: Guzman, Einhorn, Gonzalez, all juniors.
Total team effort. Total team effort. I'm talking about that offensive line as well.
All right, we got Mr. Touchdown in there, Brian Guzman. I believe he's got 2 tonight. Handoff, though, to the other back, and he's got the touchdown.
Munguia.
So Munguia.
Oh, that's 33.
33, okay, new guy. Another guy. Art Medrano. What's going on here? We got all kinds of running backs out there. Hey, coach, I'm a running back. Give me the ball.
Well, I tell you, when you got once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that line is just controlling the scrimmage. They're controlling the line of scrimmage, the big offensive line. They've done that all season long. They had a tough time against Ed Calchelsa. They got a very good defense. That's the only time where that offensive line struggled a little bit, but other than that, they're pushing those opponents back. They'll move them back 5-6 yards easily.
All right, we're setting up here for the extra point. No, we got injury timeout. Joey, you going to go over and ask Coach Cuellar if you can run the next time?
I think we're going to debate for Carlos. I think Carlos wants to come out and run here.
Well, Carlos and I, we're linemen.
I don't have any eligibility left.
Yeah, we ran out of that a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, it's funny because all these running backs are track guys.
Do you get your eligibility back after a half century? I've been out for 43 years now, so maybe after 50 they'll just let you go back in there. By then they forgot about it. Well, we got Todas out to try the extra point attempt.
I'm waiting for the Roma Gladiator to get out the field.
What happened there? A little injury in the end zone?
Yeah, from Roma.
All right, snap back, kick up, and he's got the distance, and it's good. So with 6:01 to go in the ball game, the Wildcats lead 51-6 in the second. What was it, 30-0 at halftime or something of that nature? So they've outscored them 21-6 here in the second half.
30-0 at half.
What a way to celebrate homecoming. You know, there's always distractions with homecoming, but it doesn't seem so here tonight. Weslaco East has overplayed all of that, and we're getting a picture of the student section now. These people are happy campers, no doubt.
Yeah, Weslaco East here, this is the type of scoring we were used to seeing. They scored 55 points against Hidalgo, 47 against La Feria, 42 against Brownsville Lopez. Last week, only 11 against that tough Ed Calchelsa defense.
Hey, Carlos, let me ask you this. If you're a defensive coordinator for another team, let's say Mission, who do you focus on? Who do you focus on that offense?
Well, all you do is you got to just focus on whatever running back is coming out. You got to put as many men as possible in that box. But once again, you go back to that big offensive line. You can put the whole team back there right in front of you. But if you're just being out-muscled, which is what is happening, it's going to be hard to stop the opposing team.
I believe that's
what East is doing. They're just you can put 8 men in the box, 9 men in the box, whatever. But you know, they're just more powerful than anyone else.
And then, Carlos, we saw the fact that when your safeties cheat up, what do? Throw the ball.
Exactly, yeah, and they can do that too. They've shown that, and I think that's why they've opened up their passing game a little bit more this year, because they're going to need it. They're going to need it against Ed Chelsea. Not to pass for over 100 yards or anything like that, but just to keep the defense honest.
You know, despite the fact of only scoring 11 points last week, I believe they're still averaging 38.8 points a ball game. So that's still a pretty potent offense. And we're going to try it again. Kick down to about the 6-yard line, picked up there. Here comes the Weslaco special teams, Weslaco East special teams trying to knock the runner down, and they do it about the 20-yard line. So one time again, Joey, the special teams doing a great job out there.
I think Roma's averaging about 20 yards at the 20-yard line for their start and the kickoff.
Yeah, their field position tonight has not been good at all. And Weslaco East on the other side has had a real good field position. You know, in a game that's 51-6, is there a point in the game where there was a turning point here, or was it just a good first quarter? And
I think the turning point is when they made Roma punt right after that first drive.
Yeah.
Because they were moving the ball pretty well, and we talked about that, how they were moving the ball, and right as soon as they got about the 25-yard line, they couldn't move it anymore, and they had to get rid of the ball, punt it.
All right, that shovel pass and incomplete. That was intended for Nestor Garcia. That underhand shovel pass, but it's a forward pass, so it just goes as incomplete.
Hey guys, one key thing to this: Roma came in with the receiver coming in 200-something yards in the last game, and you hold them to what, under 100 yards easily?
Yeah, well, he got a whole bunch of yards though on one play though, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't that amazing? I mean, that's amazing. Alfonso Salinas, being the small guy that he is, going up against a 6'4" receiver like Pompa.
Yeah, he shut him down for the whole game except for one play. You're exactly right, Joey. He did a great job out there.
All right, they're going to run the ball. This time the quarterback's got some running room, and he's up to the 34-yard line. But I'm going to go back and maintain it. This is the first time Pompa's this season maybe has seen what I call an A1 defense. I mean, he's up against the cream of the crop going here, and the competition just might not be there. And they're on the road. You know, it's one thing to play at home in front of the home team, but when you go on the road, especially the trips that they have to make, it's a whole different ballgame.
And you know, Weslaco East has been doing a great job. They were playing the 3As. They had the 3As. They had Hidalgo, La Feria. Well, they had Lopez, which was a 5A school, and Lopez was another team that was burning it up the field. I mean, they were actually, averaging about 30 points a game for the first two games, and then they were almost shut out. They only scored 21 points.
Little swing pass to the side, and that thing wasn't even close. Intended over there for number 5, Luera, but this lefty does not appear to be the better of the two passes.
So this Wildcat defense has shown against Brownsville. Lopez did an outstanding job, and then of course last week against Ed Chelsea, where they only scored 8 points, one touchdown. You got to hand it to them. You're exactly right. The defense has just been remarkable this year. One of the best we've seen, if not the best we've seen at East.
51-6 is our score, and Weslaco East just taking care of business. The quarterback did a little shovel pass again, and boy, that barely almost got intercepted. Play up to about the 37-yard line. I think every one of these guys, Joey and Carlos, they've been to Walmart. They've been into that section. They all went and bought a lunch pail. This is a lunch pail type of crowd. This is a team. They are not the flash and dash. They are, let's go to work and let's get the job done.
Yeah,
blue collar.
Yeah, just real blue collar that go out there and they work hard. No real big stars in this football team. Yeah, we talk a lot about Frank Ramirez. We talk about Addison Einhorn and Brian Guzman. But we also talk about those big offensive linemen a lot. We talked a lot about Cat Salazar. And we talk about the big boys. And like I said, this is a total team effort. That's why they're undefeated.
There goes the quarterback again. They're waiting for him to trip him up. He might have got down to or up to the 44. But right now, they're just running the score clock down. And this has been a big homecoming for the Weslaco East Wildcats, and and it's hard. Here's another thing we haven't talked about tonight. We're halfway through the football season. This is the 5th game. We've only got 5 left, and where does it? It just starts, and it seems like we're 5 games into the season. Never before in the history of the school have they started out 5-0.
No, not at all.
Hey guys, and one quick, you want to also point out the defensive lineman. The defensive lineman, the core of this defensive team, has really made it easier for the linebackers and the DBs for this game.
All right.
Gabriel Martinez, Victor Luis, and Frank Ramirez there.
Little run down to about the 48-yard line.
Estevan is also on the defensive line. Alan Garcia, defensive back. Alfonso Salinas, corner. Alex Solis, linebacker. Chris Belmares, linebacker. Freddie Garcia, and Candenosa.
And think about this. If you have a good defensive line and you keep the guards and keep the tackles off your linebackers, that makes it successful for the linebackers to go wherever the ball carrier is going. So if you got to hand as the defensive lineman, keeping those offensive linemen away from the linebackers.
Yeah, Gabriel Martinez, another one we got to mention.
All right, the ball at the 48-yard line. They've been running the ball a little bit more than I thought, but they're just, like I said, they're just taking the clock out and running some plays here. And I believe they got a first down at about the 45-yard line. Doesn't Cat Salazar play defensive tackle once in a while?
He will come in, I think he will come in on a goal line stand situation.
Okay. Was he in there last week against
lineman?
Yeah, we haven't. You were there. You were the man.
I was there. I was by myself.
Yep. And
everything's like a blur to me.
I mean, what a is that going to go down as the goal line stand of the school history there? That one that they stopped Ed Couch on about the 6-inch line.
They're on the 6-inch line. The problem with Ed Couch also that it had been raining all week long, so the mill was a little muddy. So on that third down play, the quarterback lost his footing and fell down.
All right.
And then on the fourth down play, he just couldn't get in the end zone.
All right, 1st and 5. He turns around and hits the receiver, and we're going to have a lot of black on that time. All I can say, Joey, is that receiver should have went down when he had a chance.
I think we got a new nickname from the black and blue defense.
The black and blue, okay.
They're hitting those guys pretty hard.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And this defense, one of the things that they do well, and I like, and you talk about the swarming, but look at the nice tackle. Look at the nice tackle that's being made right there. And that's one of the things that you like is if you're a defensive coordinator, you want your team to go out there and make the sure-handed tackle. Don't get you know, if they fake you out, if you can't get to them. But Nick Gonzalez does a good job out there, makes the nice open field tackle, and that's a sign of a good defense.
2nd down and 12. This time they've got 3 receivers out looking to throw. Are they going to throw that little shuffle pass? I don't know. The quarterback is taking a beating out there. He's got to get rid of that football. You know, with a minute and a half to go, guys, we can look ahead. We're not going to look ahead to the playoffs. We're going to look ahead to next week. Weslaco East now has got to go on the road against a team, La Jolla, Juarez, Lincoln, the Huskies, and this is only the 2nd time they played them, so they don't really have a rivalry built up, you know, like they did against Ed Couch Elsa. I mean, Ed Couch Elsa, they play from the junior high up. It'll be another test for them, like you said. There's no easy games, and they're going to go over there and in front of that crowd at La Jolla. That should be an interesting football game.
Could be a new experience for them.
Right.
It's going to be almost like a playoff atmosphere where you go into a place where you've never been there before. Pompa drops it.
Yeah, Pompa drops it. Yeah, and I believe it's going to be a Joey, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's going to be a Thursday night game.
A Thursday night game.
Right. So something a little different, but you know, La Jolla's got an awesome, we talk about the facility here at Bobby Lackey. I'll tell you that the facility over at La Jolla is pretty darn good as well. And so, but these kids are used to, I mean, these kids are used to first class. I mean, Weslaco, I mean, let's face it, Weslaco has first class facilities, and these kids respond well to it. 4th down. This may be the last play of the game as far as Roma is concerned. We're down to 54 seconds as the fans are starting to file out a little bit here. And they lofted up for Pompa. Did he catch that again?
Wow.
My goodness, Pompa did a great job there.
Hey, Carlos and Terry, you don't get to see this on the as high up as you guys are. Down here, that kid had some great body control, getting his feet down right on the sideline, jumping up over the 2 defenders and getting the ball. What a great receiver that kid is.
Well, let's check out the replay right here, and I'm not going to be able to see everything, but look at that. Just gets higher than the other receivers, and or the defenders, I should say. Gets the ball, just snatches it, brings it down.
Yeah, he timed his jump the best. The other receivers, the defenders were there, but Pompa did the best job of actually timing his leap. They're going to throw again, and this one is kind of a wobbly one. Into the middle, incomplete, but with 43 seconds to go, guys, impressions of tonight's game, just awesome performance.
The pass was incomplete.
Go ahead. You want to go ahead and, Joe, you want to wrap? I'm going to try to go get some stats here, Terry, because I think stats are important in this game, especially for Bobby Gonzalez. So go ahead, Joe.
Carlos and Terry, one of the things that was worrisome for the Wildcats and a lot of their fans thought it may be a letdown game. Roma coming in, not a slouch team at all, but off a big game like that, you may see some hangover. I didn't see any hangover at all in this game.
Not tonight. You and I, Joey, right now. Carlos out getting some stats for us. As Pompa got a little different pass, a crossing pattern, comes into the middle of the field at about the 23-yard line. Usually he goes to the sideline, but Pompa, you know, like I said, he is their star.
And Terry, that's funny. That play that Pompa just did, that slant pattern, had been one of the most popular plays that they had done last Friday for that Roma Gladiator team, and this is the first time we've seen it.
Well, one of the coaches right now, he's out doing some coaching at about the 22-yard line on one of his defensive backs for Weslaco East. Even though they're up 51-6 with 30 seconds to go, they're still these coaches are concerned.
Hey, this is where you coach the young guys that have not played in the varsity level yet.
All right, we got Carlos back in the booth with some updated information.
Well, yeah, I was trying to see Bobby Gonzalez's final stats. It's going to be 269 yards, which is just a great performance by him. It had 90 yards in that first half, and then a couple of big runs of over 60 yards in the second half really broke it open. And but like I said, this could be anyone who could be running. You could put anybody's name on there, and it's that offensive line that's doing a great job. And it's just, you know, more powerful and bigger guys. And like Joey was saying, how do you stop Weslaco East? Well, you can't. Not when you're the team is stronger than you and bigger than you, and that's what they do. They just overpower you, and they control that line of scrimmage. I mean, think about it. Gonzalez was back there, or Salinas was back there as a quarterback throwing the ball. How many times did they put pressure on him? So not only the control line of scrimmage in the running game, but also passing-wise, they're going to give him all the time in the world. So that was really the big difference in the game. Defensively, an outstanding job keeping Roma in check. Yeah, Pompa had the big play here in the fourth quarter, but other than that, they did a great job.
All right, they're going to move the ball at the 24-yard line. They drop it, pick it up. The quarterback's going to have to take off and go, and they're going to bring him down at about the 25, and they're all over him. And with only one timeout left, I think that was a busted play because he had trouble hanging on to the ball when he first got it. And is that Rolly Alanis on the stop over there on the far side of the field?
Still got a lot of people here tonight. Most of the fans for Roma Gladiator have gone home, but a smattering of fans here, you know, just to enjoy the atmosphere. I know the band's going to be playing here tonight. Yeah. They got tomorrow.
Pigskin.
They got Pigskin. So good to see here on a Friday night. Weslaco East bringing out the fans.
Yeah, and they're getting bigger and more fans every game. Winning does that, you know.
Hey, Terry and Carlos, one thing that you know I've seen over the years, you know, following the Wildcats and doing Wildcat games, we used to have them on the other side of these kind of victories, and you saw these guys never give up. And I think that went from the seniors down all the way to the freshmen into the middle schools. No matter what the score is, you keep on fighting, and that's what came into these young players' minds now. That hey, yeah, we're winning, but we're still going to fight the entire time.
Well, Mondo Cuellar has assembled himself a great coaching staff, and you know, you have to give credit not only to Mondo Cuellar but his assistants as well. They've done a good job selling their program and doing a good job there. Quarterback again, he likes to call his own number. He's going to be short of the first down. That was fourth down, and I believe Weslaco East is going to take over on downs here, and I don't know if they're going to run the last 13 seconds of the ball game or not, but they're going to go home a 51-6 winner here against Roma tonight, and they sent a message to Roma, but you know something? They sent a message to 32-4A. We're for real.
And tied with Mission.
Yep. So it's Weslaco East. They've got half their job done. They got the other half to get going here.
Yeah, these are the games. Yep. You don't want to see the Wildcats winning 10-6 or 7-6, 8. You know, you want a blowout. That's why you call it a statement game. And yeah, they won the game, but they won big.
They kneel down.
They just dominated the contest.
Ball is snapped.
That'll do it. That's gonna run the clock out. They're going to be after the game. We're going to have the band playing their pigskin performance. But homecoming 2009 has been extremely successful here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. The Wildcats winning by a 51-6 score. This is probably the most impressive win I've ever seen covering the Wildcats in my short time here.
Just a great job once again by Weslaco. It's good to see them from that 2002 year when they were 0-10 and then 1-9 and making the playoffs a couple of years ago. Back-to-back games against Flower Bluff. This is a totally different year, a totally different football team out there. Just a tremendous job. A lot of fun to cover Weslaco East. Solid offensive line, solid defensively as well. It's going to be fun to cover them this year.
All right, Carlos. Just an outstanding job by the entire K-West crew here tonight. Bobby Lackey Stadium. On behalf of Carlos and Joey Cavillo and the entire staff here at K-West, we want to thank you for watching along here. Once again, the final score from Bobby Lackey Stadium, the Weslaco East Wildcats 51, the Roma Gladiators 6. Good night, everybody.